Pioneers ready for anything. And as Company Heroes kicks in, there he is. The Dutchman's ready for anything. And some people may say, Resident Sleeper, it's Wehrmacht versus Soviets, it's Amelie Fields, but I say no. I say this is Orange Pest, the best Swedish player in Company Heroes today. Nobody tell Elpern, who, by the way, overslept and was meant to be co-casting today. Orange Pest is a fantastic player. He's renowned for his micro superiority, and that doesn't mean he's small-minded. That means he's very good at the small movements that real-time strategy demands. He's gone with Soviet Shock Army, as you can see. He's got some interesting bulletins. We've got Zis guns reloading 4% faster. They're building 50% faster, and the guards are watching them do it. Meanwhile, the Dutchman, hailing from the Netherlands, is also, of course, attending GCS3, as are all the participants in this tournament. They're already signed up as fans, which is just is how we do things. We've got Blitzkrieg Doctrine possible. We've also got Spearhead or Storm Doctrine. And to be honest, the game kind of plays itself. We're all familiar with Wehrmacht versus Soviets. This is peak Company of Heroes 2. It doesn't get much more meta than this. So we can kind of just not relax, but take into account the small tactical movements of the players, as in this case, they're in a bit of a World War I confrontation, trying to put their barbed wire down in no man's land before the fighting commences. Dutchman's just carrying on. He's got his little avenue cut off. Meanwhile, Orange Pest has gone for sandbags on the west. We've got more capping over here. In the northeast, more conscripts arrive. It's going to be 3 conscripts, 2 combat engineers. Dutchman with only 3 grenadiers and no MG, which I find interesting. Usually you do obviously see an MG for Wehrmacht. It's kind of the spine of their army. And this is really interesting barbed wire, to be honest. It's kind of like one of those things is, why don't we do this in auto match every game? That is so powerful. So bloody powerful. In the west, jumps into the Love Shack. And the conscripts are going to have to move. Orange Pest is going to be a bit faster on the movement than that. He's not actually behind cover there. He realises that and he goes behind light cover. So trading heavy for light. Gren's join the fray. And of course they're just fighting for victory points at the moment. Fuel is the all-encompassing powerhouse of the early game for Wehrmacht and Soviets. It's all about getting the 222 ASAP and the T70 or the M5 quad mount, etc. Nothing too exciting at this point, but we are embarking on a best of 5, so it's more of the overall story that we're going to be telling. Everybody who watches competitive Company Heroes knows the first few minutes of the game can often be like feeling each other out, but in this case it's already beginning to heat up now. Grens are trying to fight the combat engineers off to try and defend this cutoff. Meanwhile, Pioneers have been forced off by the conscripts, who may now take the opportunity to go and stop some fuel income over here. But we have a similar situation in the west, actually. Got a mine here that's not been detonated by the Grenadiers, so if they drop one more model, they could be a full squad wipe. Maybe that's what Orange Pest is trying to wipe one of those soldats and trying to kill them so they can die to the mine, perhaps. He's equipped with... he was waiting for the flamethrower to be upgraded. That's what's just happened as he was retreating. Grenadiers forced off, and here comes a cut-off. That's right. So he's defended the fuel for now. Well, he didn't actually, did he? No, wait a second. This is... Yeah, he defended the fuel. This is Dutchman's fuel, isn't it? He defended it, and he's stopping his opponent's munitions income. That's how the resources work. Full clarity, this is the earliest I've cast a tournament game for many years. It's 11 AM on a Saturday. This is so Dutchman can play his hockey this weekend and all sorts. In these qualification matches leading up to the big live finals in Denmark. Tried to make it as easy for the players as possible. We've got Love Nest on holiday at the moment. He's playing next weekend. And various other personal situations. Now, this is what Dutchman always does every Wehrmacht game. I commented on this in the last game we saw him play. which was, I believe, against Tightrope, wasn't it? That was it. Angry Dutchman versus Tightrope round 1. He basically retreats all of his army and heals them in unison and cedes map control to get a full stock of healthy Germans on the field. Or as Strummingbird calls it in chat, fat heals. It's 500 Fantasig on the field. Beautiful camouflage for Amelie. That warrants a cinematic. If the 222's camouflage suits the map, it gets the cinematic treatment. That's just how it works. So who's winning thus far? Who's had more control? I would say, I don't know, it's not much in it. Let's have a look at the KD. That's clear that Dutchman's taking a little bit of a lead there. Even as Grens versus Conscripts go, that's a healthy kill-death ratio. Got a minesweeper here. Will he unveil this mine? If we go to Dutchman's perspective, it should pop up in a more contrasting colour if he gets the minesweeper closer. Oh, he's going the other way. This could be a juicy mine. It's only going to hit one grenadier. Right, we've got the M5, of course, coming out for Orange Pest. He's not near the 90 munitions required to upgrade it quite yet. Double conscript retreat. Seeding fuel, but actually capping Dutchman's fuel in the east. This could warrant an S-mine field, I think. Somebody's capping your fuel here. This is a really good tactic. I know I'm meant to be casting the game. I'll come back to it in a second. Let's see where he is on the munitions train. Not quite close enough at this point. Sorry, my awesome strategy is let them cap your fuel, put an S-mine here, having barbed wire there, then they retreat through the S-mine. Oh, that'd be amazing. Not that I'd ever be able to pull that off. I'm just not... I'm nowhere near good enough to think about things like that whilst I'm playing. Asherblar in chat says this is GG. Says Dutchman's got the run on him here. Maybe just the munitions cut-off works. Remember I said this cut-off earlier and I got my words wrong? The munitions cut-off. Maybe that work has meant the impetus of the quad mount just isn't pushing out far enough for him. Inca in chat with the failfish. He's not happy with the situation for Orange Pest. Oh, Dutchman's very happy with it. And his legion of Dutchanites. There's Alpern, by the way. Sleepyhead over there. Maybe he can join us for game 2, hopefully. This is, he's cutting wire here. Freeing up the sandbags for his own use.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Now Orange Pest, having had a bit of a bad start here, he's going to maybe need to get aggressive, but probably fearful of tellers planted around about there. He's also fearful of this Pack 40. Gren's advance behind the big stack of bricks. It's very good cover, but I'm not so sure how they shoot from behind it. Oh, what a shot by the pack. M5's had a torrid start, yet to get a kill. Oh, nearly dies. Right, Conscript's forcing away the 222, which has 0 kills at this point. Dutchman, of course, capping the fuel in the east. Orange Pest is still just about wrestling out from underneath this big Dutchlander. Oh, Elpern, fair enough. Maybe it's the way I said the numbers. No, we've got to play because otherwise Dutchman can't play hockey later today. No Society Dad, this is a qualifier. Go and look at the brackets, exclamation mark brackets in chat. This is a quarter-final, and the live finals will be in the last weekend of May. Conscript's doing good work to push out here. MG having to reposition. A late build on the MG, but may as well get a bit more command and control. Where is he on his teching? He's getting Battle Phase 2 just as we speak. And shocks have been brought out by Orange Pest. They've already gotten 2 kills against those grenadiers. I say 2, I meant 3. There we go. And Gren's forced off. Shocks have a great effect on the battlefield immediately. But they have to have that effect because soon they will become cannon fodder for the Panzer IV, which won't be too far in the future. Got to get their work done now. Oh, we've got a telemine detonation there. The M5 hit it. It was planted sneakily by Dutchman. That is not a good start for Orange Pest. Dutchman, the underdog in this situation, is having a fantastic game so far. Everything's gone to plan. Oh dear, oh dear. Dutchman's doing it. I don't even know when he planted that tower. That was sneaky. Must have been when he got a force away over here. And I think Orange Pest went to do some... Yeah, there was some fighting over here whilst the rest of Orange Pest's army was in base, I believe. It was about 3 minutes ago. So yeah, sneaky little pioneers doing the devil's work. Getting a fantastic result. Engineers can be so powerful in battles. I won't get political, but there are demonstrations of that in the real world at the moment. Engineers can win games, and in this case, mines can win games, which is a Company Heroes adage that dates back to the 2000s. One of the oldest phrases in our community. Mines win games. And he's gone for another MG42, so he built them late, and now he's going for 2 of them. So it's almost like tempting Orange Pest into infantry play and then bringing the hammer down. Oh, this just couldn't traverse fast enough. We did have AT grenades if he'd gotten close enough, but there we go. Nice dodge of the rifle nade. Orange Pest still trying to fight from underneath here. He could be heading to the quarter final losers challenge. The showdown between the... it's like a second life in GCS3. Go check the brackets for how that works. Don't do it if you're on YouTube, by the way, because then you get spoilers. You don't want spoilers. Combat engineers push forward with that flamethrower. We've got 2 kills. Shots trying to get on the retreat path of something here, but the MG stops them. Meanwhile, conscripts push around the side, and here comes that second MG in the garrison. Meanwhile, Zis pushes up. Combat engineers capping the centre, whilst conscripts cap in the west. Orange Pest is fighting back, whilst Dutchman awaits the arrival of that Panzer IV. Support weapons through the centre. Gren's a veteran C2. They are getting an LMG. I was just wondering when they'd get this. A veteran C2. You'd love to see them with an LMG. They got it with the Car 98Ks, and now they've got the machine and Gewehr to help things along. Can go 120mm in this commander, but it has had even more nerfs now for the Master League tourney mode. It's now down to 4 men, just like a pack howitzer, and it costs 20 manpower more. Maybe it would be finally balanced. It would be lovely if Relic just let us put that change in the game. I think a lot of people would welcome that in 1 versus 1. He's already forced away the conscripts with that trifecta of Grenadier LMGs. Not a happy situation for a conscript, that. Oh, this shock troop's going to have a really rude awakening. Just feels like Orange Pest is a step off the pace here. He did say he was in that twilight tiredness and caffeine zone, but he does have a higher historical grade than Dutchman, having played at higher levels and beaten better players in more tense situations. Dutchman has never attained a Master League ranking. He's never gotten a Master League point in organised competition. Although he is a damn fine top 10 auto match player. Ooh, conscripts could get wiped here. It's a fortuitous retreat path, however. Meanwhile, in the centre, Gren's low health. That's a good retreat. He's got all 4 men intact. Just heard an explosion. Seems like they're all right. This Minesweeper's not swept many mines, but he's done a lot of planting. In fact, we're going to get an S-mine patch here. That should help things. Right. Orange Pest has the Zis gun. And as long as the Soviets can rely on their Zis guns, they are usually quite strong. But getting a Maxim. Oh, my. Not sure about... Ah, he's cancelled it. Good man. I was going to say, that's not what you do. That's not the time to get a Maxim. Just doesn't feel right. I've cast enough top level play to know that that did not look right there. Alpern's cheering on Dutchman, of course. They go back in a long way in their Zever clan, I believe.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
In the centre, conscripts push into that position. As here we go, we've got conscripts and shots through the north. Combat engineers watching on as the Panzer IV mauls those poor Russian soldiers. Eastern side, still this MG is acting to control the fuel. G-Dot and Ed 80Hz joining us in chat. Ed will be casting later, where we see Tomikaze facing off against none other than Jibber Jabber Jobber and Zilligath versus Helping Hands. S-mines detonate there, but there is a sweeper, but the Panzer IV's looking to attack ground and hurt them. Oh, mine sweepers nearly became mine sleepers there. This trying to force away the Panzer IV, hitting yet another S-mine and making like a metal pinging sound. Combat engineers finally give up the chase there, trying to sweep under fire. Dangerous activity. Meanwhile, in the centre, look at this strong control from Dutchman. Going to take an early lead in this best of 5 at this rate. And Orange Pest is going to get a Maxim. Now, why that seems inefficient to me, he's got a decent amount of fuel. Surely it's better to get some kind of... There he goes! He's got the tank instead of the Maxim. He may be tired, he may be over-caffeinated or whatever his excuses were before the game, but it's taking him a while to do the obvious thing. And then he does it. Oh, lovely. It's like I'm coaching him almost, isn't it? It feels like I'm just giving him a nudge. Come on, Orange Pest, what the hell are you doing? Panzer IV coming over to the east side to keep fuel control, allow the MG to get into position. Alright, Flamers on the Pioneers over there. Panzer IV is in relative safety, and so is this huge salient of forces for Dutchman in the centre.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Conscripts are going to get hurt on this next volley. Dutchman needs to get out of there. He's going to try and neutralise. Ow, I told you. Damn it. Oh, no. And look on the retreat path. Oh, dear, oh, dear. He's going to block him in with one and kill him with the other. A very good squad wipe here for Dutchman. He goes prone with the LMG and annihilates that conscript. Meanwhile, in the centre, all the support weapons are repositioning as the shock troops push in. We've got a conscript rebuild on its way. And what has the 85 got in store for us? It's got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do indeed. He's being squeezed, he's being squozen. And it's gonna have to be the T-34 getting back into things. We need a Hail Mary shot, he doesn't need it. The machine gunner polishes off a grenadier there. That was the whole gunner. Okay, that's what he needed. He's still in it. If I go up at the end of a sentence like that, it means I'm not sure. Dutchman massively ahead on army value. Points held, however, you can see Orange Pest is still able to stay in this just about. On the overview, you can see the KD is now roughly 2. Pretty sure S-mine kills counts. And all kinds of stuff. Ruining the ML logo with a sandbag. That's kind of like competition and anti-competition in one.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Big shout out to Ashablaw, who wanted to come to GCS3. He was trying to make it work, but couldn't quite make it happen. Interesting flank here. Needs to suppress the flamer. Always go for the flamethrower. It's like the Urukai with the bomb in his hands. You want to target him with your arrows. Panzer IV, this is the second one on the field. It's not this one with the 6 kills in the west. Somehow isn't even close to the first pip of veterancy yet. It takes a lot of veterancy, or experience rather, to get to veterancy 1, it seems. Legionnaires. Or, I think he's trying to delete mines there, just in case there is one. Or everyone's taking out the hay reserves. Whichever it is. In the south. Again, trying to mess around with the fuel income of the Dutchman. Finally, he's going to go for the Maxim. He's wanted this Maxim so many times. Don't know why, but maybe he's a genius. Maybe this will be the God Maxim. The one the legends foretold. Yes, Ed. Why is that a dance game thing? You're casting best of 3s later, though. It's almost as though you don't want to cast. We can find a replacement. Somebody show Ed where the brackets are so he doesn't think he's casting 2 best of 5s later. Big push in from Dutchman here, operating from behind the hedgerow. T-34 goes to push it away. It's a strong contingent of forces all the time by Dutchman in the centre. And like many strategy games, if you control the centre, you control the game. Pax Ajax wants in. Oh, as this Panzer IV wants to decimate the Maxim. Its first operation on the field was to get absolutely gibbed.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
So 2 of every animal, Isildur style. He's splitting them up, however, which is interesting. It's like almost just applying pressure rather than going for fatalities when you split up your packs. You keep tanks away from you all game long without... And you also don't fall prey to rocket artillery. He's gone for the GG mortar as well. And I must warn you guys that Dutchman has kind of a bit of a legacy when it comes to very long games. He often finds himself in very long games. Meanwhile, Orange Pest tries to finish things off a little bit quicker than that. Fuel reserves of Orange Pest are mustering. He's just gone for armoured vehicle detection. See what that gives him. Fog of war initiated. So he's just having a little look in the probably TAC map at the moment, trying to figure out... Yeah, you can see on the mini-map, this is with Fog of War detected, you can see all the vehicles. Probably best shown on the tactical map there. Also interesting, if you enable tactical map, you can still see where the player looks, which I find fascinating. We've got engagement in the south here. Let's take Fog of War and camera follow off. As the Grenadiers are in trouble. We've also got a push in from Orange Pest in the centre. The Maxim's been recrewed, and he's looking to try and apply pressure over there. Ziskin challenging the Panzer IV's superiority. And the Pax just firing into the nothingness. Shouting into the void. Grenslow. What's the next build from Orange Pest? He's got 160 fuel now. Meanwhile, Dutchman's climbed to 120. And he's getting another Pioneer. That'll be 3 Pioneers, which I've noticed more and more auto-match players doing. Just to try and keep all of their tanks in tip-top shape and condition. Right, second 85 soon to be on the field. Maybe that should have been an SU instead. Of course, SUs and Katyushas are always good on Amelie fields. Yeah, let's try and get a co-caster in here. Pack deletes the sandbags as the Maxim and conscripts advance. We've got the second T-3485 on the field as the Panzer IV's tangoing with conscripts in the east. Huge shot through the front there. T34 gets veteran C1 for that capping fun. They had a present waiting for him. Both of Orange Pest tanks are in the east at the moment, meaning there's not as much pressure in the centre. So that's going to allow the Grens to advance, all three of them. Maxim's trying to suppress, but there's light cover helping the situation. And here comes that flank. Mortar opens up. And that could be a wipe on the Maxim. No, he dodges it with a retreat. T-34 reverses into view as the Shocks and Vet 3 conscripts advance. Destroys the tractor, disabling Orange Pest's agriculture. Yeah, victory point situation. I think Dutchman's held that central ground for a while now. And look at the fuel reserves of Dutchman. He's up to 170. Is he going to think about Battle Phase 3 perhaps? Yeah, as Jibber mentions, I've got an eye on these planes. Super close air support as a get out of jail free card to be used at any time he desires.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Ooh, Asherblaw's changed his mind in chat. He thinks he has a chance now. Very interesting. T-34's advancing in the west. Oh, Gren's suffering. They're going to be okay, though, I think. And here are the Stukas that get out of jail free card to allow Dutchman to keep the pressure up. Zisk pushes in. Pax behind heavy cover should be fine. First Stuka salvo is off the mark. Zisk advances. And conscripts are wiped there by the 222. Orange Pest has lost so much this game. Continues to fight, however. Dutchman's only lost the one Grenadier at this point. Peppering him with fire from all angles as Pioneers push into the east to take away that victory point. So that just shows that Dutchman's control in this game has been so good. Oh, just about clipping the T-34 there. Shocks forced off. They were coming in for a flank. And they are hurt for their troubles. And this, what was meant to be a good push by Orange Pest, has turned into a triple cap for the Dutchman. Just pushing through against the Zist. Doesn't want to get hurt by that volley fire. Might get hurt by the T-34 instead. Fresh Grenadier goes back to capping duties as the Pioneers complete the cap in the east. And this is going to really cause Orange Pest issues here. He's got to repair his tanks. He's got to get his infantry back in, but his infantry forces are diminished. What's he rebuilding as well? Is that just reinforcement? If that's just reinforcement, he's in a really bad situation. He's got very little manpower. Meanwhile, Dutchman's up to 230 and has 475 manpower. And that's with a full health army. This game is all but over, in my opinion. Just because the pressure that Dutchman is applying is too much. Orange Pest has lost too many tactical engagements now, and Dutchman's outplayed him many times over. It's not looking good for him. I mean, Katusha's one way back in, but you have to just start winning battles in order to win the war, and he's lost so many battles this game. Talking about the small-scale affairs. Forced off there as the pack pushes in. Shocks recapping one victory point. The damage was done. Orange Pest down to 200 VPs.
Well done. We are losing a sector.
T-34 pushes in. What targets he going to... If he goes for these Pioneers, he could have a great time. He just doesn't know they're there. They disperse. And the Panzer IV pushes back in, tries to get a shot in on the T-34. Meanwhile, in the west, keep an eye on this Grenadier. Somehow decapping the fuel despite the odds. Right, 2 fuel points incoming for Dutchman. But he's got so much fuel. Where's the Battle Phase 3 tech? Mind you, he'd have to lose something. With this 3 Pioneer build, 2 MGs, 2 packs, of course he's at PopCap. He's been at PopCap for a very long time. I'll admit that my microphone has been obscuring the PopCap figure on the UI. My big fezzed up grenadier of the Royal Guards. Yeah, and also Baoliang / Chihuahua Charities right in chat as well. With a stockpile of munitions, Dutchman could be omnipotent here because he could just really nullify any advance. Orange Pest has just lost all momentum and all impetus. May as well slash L and go to game 2, IMO. I mean, I'd love to be wrong. I would love to be. But, I don't think I am. Mind you, we've got 3 T-34s coming in soon. You know. He's got 2 conscripts and a shock. A minesweeper. 1 Zis gun only. Odysseus, he's only got 1 chance in this game, IMO, and it's to, I've said that too many times, it's to go all in. He's going to have to go for a crazy assault and hope to hurt Dutchman more than he hurts himself, but no, that is not promised at the moment, and here comes 1 wave of attack. In fact, this is everything in from Orange Pest. He's coming in from 2 angles right now, through the centre and through the west, but look at this defence. It's the Battle of Kursk in reverse. Oh, there we go. It is able to get a Panzer IV, at least with the Vet 3 Zis. T-34 possibly helps out there as well. And the 222 down. I tell you what, 2 nice wins here. Doesn't want to lose this T-34, though. Panzer IV's going to pick him off anytime now. There you go. And the Grens and Pioneers are back. The question we asked was, could Orange Pest hurt Dutchman more than he hurts himself? At the moment, it's looking possible. If this Panzer IV also goes down, yes, it's possible. He's got 2 packs ready for these T-34s on retreat, however. Right, he pops smoke, and he rams him! And it's mutual destruction there. And here comes 152mm artillery strike on the pack. Orange Pest is fighting back. We do have another pack from a different angle. And the T-34 suicides itself to take out the pack. Is there anything that can kill it on the retreat path? It doesn't look like it unless this pack wants to push in. It's beyond its range now. Meanwhile, Shocks try and force off the Grenadiers from the central victory points. Pack's pushing up for a final shot and gets it. T-34 down. So, chat, he's traded. He's not just traded, he's thrown everything in. Has he ended up with more chips or less than his opponent? It looks kind of like they both lost the same amount, almost. We have to wait for both on the army value. Yeah, he managed to bring him down to his level. Sorry, I didn't want to miss what was happening there. Yeah, he's managed to bring him down to his level. Orange Pest, however, has ended up slightly ahead. So, there you go. Sometimes you have to throw as much as you can into the battlefield. Fresh T-34 there. We do have capping in the north on this victory point, neutralising it. Keeping Orange Pest on 79 VPs. New Panzer IV hits the field. But the strength always is in infantry in Company Heroes. If you can keep 3 vetted infantry squads alive, you've got a much better chance than a man with only 2. I agree with Elpin, that was a dream outcome. It was his only chance to keep this game alive, and he did it. This game is still alive, just about. But it is on life support. Von Aston saying it's over. It does look likely to be over. We're just saying it's still alive in that it's not like 100% over. That's all we're saying. But as I say, with this, like that being his infantry army, it's so difficult to apply the pressure he needs. It's about time, QWERTY. And also the Panzer IV is better versus infantry. So you can get more Panzer IVs out more quickly and keep up pressure on your opponent. Consider the fact that at this level of play, if you wait and, as they say in RTS, stall for a heavier vehicle or a bigger unit, that's pressure you've not applied on your opponents, and there are economies behind the scenes that means it's not efficient to do that. So in order to keep up the pressure, you keep building what's most readily available to you, and that's a Panzer IV in this case. Enemy down to 50 points. Temporary triple cap. Well, Zany, he was at population cap for so long, there was no point. But he's letting Orange Pest cap 2 victory points for a small amount of time here. There's his second Panzer IV build. Got a lot of healing to do.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
No problems, mate.
Panzer IV
Happy
is
to
ready for
explain.
battle. The territory is out of contact.
Surveying the battlefield is the Dutchman. See his reconnaissance plane going overhead as he searches frantically with that trapezoid of vision for his next opportunity.
Forces are securing our territory.
And he pushes up there with the Panzer IV, getting into range, looking for a target. And it's the T-34, that's his prey, but he misses wildly. What was that shot? Wants to get around the rear side. T-34 traversals pretty fast, showing his rear armour, and suicides the Panzer IV. No, that's terrible for the Dutchman. Meanwhile, he's got a second Panzer IV in the east. He's going to try and push up and apply pressure there as a 2-man Grenadier caps with an MG pushing up. This could be the end of Pest in game 1. Grenadiers pushing into position. Okay, he's capped it. And he's kind of capping an east. And maybe he'll suicide this Panzer as well. What's going to happen with this one? As this Vet 3 gets into position, he annihilates that combat engineer squad. Oh, could he be 2 suicide Panzers? Yes, it is! 2 suicide Panzer IVs for no gain there, but he's going to win the game anyway. It's no problem though. He's got the victory points. Oh, has he? Yes, he has. Oh, crush on the Grens. This T-34 is going to run into a very hard place. Getting hit from all angles. Shot troops need to save the day. Oh, as the pack goes down, the MG goes down, but he's only capping 1 victory point. He's got 4 VPs remaining, and this is 1-0 to the Angry Dutchman. As this best of 5 series has definitely gotten started on the right foot. Excellent. Right. Yeah, we've got 3 series to get through today. We had a bit of a crunch in the scheduling, just giving Elpern a call. We also have the possibility of Pax Ajax today. Let's give him a call, see if we can get him in.
Hola.
Hey, you alright?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. It seems my boy Orange Pest had a minor setback, though, in that game. He'll bring it back.
One could certainly say it. Let's hear some. What did you watch the game? What did you think of it?
I did watch the game. I can think of it is that my boy Orange Pest, he underestimated Dutch, plain and simple. I think that was it. And also, I think Orange Pest just needed a little bit of a warm-up. Micro not on point there, especially considering that Orange Pest is a friend of mine. I play against him on occasion. I scrimmed on him on occasion as well. he's like me in the sense that he's very aggressive and likes to take the initiative early.
Yeah.
He didn't seem to be able to do that.
He seems a bit sleepy to me today. Maybe he's warmed up now, hopefully.
Yes, like, but that's okay, right? That when you're not on top of your game, especially when you have an aggressive playstyle and you're facing a control player like Dutch, and you don't do that, that's when you run into a lot of problems. And we saw all those problems this game, right? Just like where
We did.
Orange Pest, he continued to just poke at Dutch, but he just could never ever get a breakthrough. And Dutch just consolidated his hold over the game further as he went in.
It was a
Real
beautiful
tragic
game
stuff.
by him, though. I know we're talking about what Orange Pest did badly, but that was one of the best I've ever seen Dutchman play. His control
yeah.
was superlative. I love some of the stuff he was doing with barbed wire, and some of his positioning was really good. It seems like this Noah's Ark Wehrmacht play has now gone to the next level. We're now having 3 pioneers. We're now having a mortar to back up behind the support weapon line. It really is support weapon heavy play.
Oh yeah. Dutch just honestly though, with that said, right, showing textbook how to play defensive Wehrmacht, 100%.
Yeah.
Just never, ever, ever gave Orange Pest an opening that game. Except more towards the end, but it was already, unfortunately, a little too late at that point. Even though I was hoping, personally, for my boy Orange to just come back swinging, and it looks like he was trying to, but couldn't quite get it. Dutch just never relenting his grip on that game.
Exactly, and we got somebody, what doth life in chat saying that's exactly how Austere is meant to be played. Gotta agree with that. It was clinical. So let me just add you in Steam, my friend, because I don't believe we actually have each other, unless you want to ping me if we already have each other.
I don't believe we do, AE.
If you could send me an ad, that would be great. Let me figure out how Steam works. Add a friend. Send you my code or some shit. Okay, I'll send it in IM on Discord, and you can add me. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
I know, saying it's drama. But yeah, it's a good start to the game. Guys, I'm going to go make a coffee. Pax and I will be casting Game 2 in a couple of minutes' time. Cheers.
just follow the camera. I'll follow the stream on camera. Okay.
Combat engineer.
Hello there, and welcome. We are in game 2, and I've got a new voice with me. It's Pax Ajax. How is it going, my buddy?
It's going pretty good, amigo. I'm going pretty good. It's 4 a.m. I'm drinking Coke. We're going to have a wonderful time.
We certainly are. We've got the lobby, we've got chat appearing on screen right now, all those beautiful people in chat. There we go, we've got a full-on suite of overlays, and we have two fantastic players. One of them, however, didn't have the best game in that game 1, did he, Pax?
He did not. Now, I remember chat saying that where is meant to be played defensively. Now, I heavily disagree. Granted, I'm a little bit biased, but I'm hoping that our boy Orange Piss gives us the textbook definition of aggressive where play this game.
It can be played aggressively. Those fantastic MG pins you can sometimes get off on opponents. And the 251 Flamer half-track doesn't exist for nothing, you know what I'm saying?
That is true. That is true. But I'm not necessarily sure that he'll break out the flame track with us
Oh
today.
no, that's a noob weapon. That's what you do to destroy noobs. But you know what I'm saying? It's all I'm saying is that they're not always meant to be played with this Noah's Ark support weapon, which is beautiful. It's very German. It's very neat and organized, and and efficient. But it doesn't have to be like that.
100%.
Sometimes they can be messy and raucous. And I remember players like Devem and Nagano and all these older players, they sometimes bust out a really aggressive Wehrmacht play, so Orange Pest is certainly capable of that. However, he has gone for German mechanized doctrine, which lends itself more to spotting scopes and kind of controlling the channels on Amelie fields with better vision. It's basically Love Nest 101.
Honestly, it was an unexpected pick from him. I was expecting, from seeing his loadout, Festung armor, which provides a better and more aggressive late game, but let's see what he has in store for it.
Yeah, and let's see what the Dutchman has in store. He pulled off a textbook control and defense play in game 1, and he's now as Soviets, which, in my opinion, actually do control and defense better than Wehrmacht in the late game. All those sandbags and double Zis plays and Su-85s and Katyushas seems to just work out better for the Soviets in a lot of late game scenarios.
I would agree there, but we haven't gotten to late game yet. Let's see how this early game goes.
No, we only got to late mid in that previous one, and the conscripts make it to the shed. They jump back out again, just keeping the MG off balance.
That was beautifully played by a Dutch there.
It was snazzy. It was just pushing him around and making him have second thoughts.
Grenadier in an awkward situation there, but still dropping some models. Will he get it out there in time? Trade well. Oh, drops another model. Orange Pest needs to get out of there. He finally does.
He had his MG waiting, the MG that was forced away, but Dutchman is making the Orange Pest respect him in terms of micro at the moment, because Orange Pest often exists in a realm of thinking that he feels superior to others in his mechanical play. So if you can outplay him, oh my, psychologically speaking, you might have him.
That is normally the case with the Orange Pest, but it still seems that Dutch is just taking the initiative.
Yeah, in a big way. Pioneers drop in models. You've got Grenadiers fighting for survival as combat engineers make it around the scope there of the MG.
Just seems that Dutch is just outmaneuvering Orange Pest at every turn so far. Combat engineers pressuring that MG, but it might not be enough. But it is!
Oh, just about keeps his cutoff, but it's a cutoff to nothing because the conscripts are currently decapping the fuel, and we've got a wipe there.
Combat NG went down, though. Not sure if that trade was worth it, but we can definitely say, though, Dutch is in control at this very moment.
Yeah, combat engineers are kind of expendable. Don't tell their mothers that, but they are. If you're going to lose something, it might as well be a combat engineer, put it that way. As Dutchman just smoothly pushes into cover against the Grenadier. The guy firing the rifle grenade was not firing his Mauser, so actually contributed a net negative position for the Grenadier, but they still just about win out.
Grenadier is trading very well in this situation. It seems, though, that initial move may have really just put the hurt on Orange Pest, even though it may seem that Orange Pest traded better manpower-wise, but we'll see if Dutch is still able to maintain the initiative.
Yeah. It's 16 to 10. Orange pest to Dutchman at the moment. Did you load into the client, by the way? Or did I
did.
Oh, you're there, you're there. Good, good, good. You said something about Twitch or something earlier on. Just making sure, just making sure. Okay, so we've got Bill to tier 2. He's got a hell of a lot of fuel as well. And what's Orange Pest up to right now? He's got his 222 about to hit. Pretty okay-ish timing. It's not bad, 5 minutes 40s average.
Dutch may have been considering going straight to tier 3 with his initiative, but those manpower costs may have been weighing him down a bit, and I'm pretty sure with the 222 coming out, he's going to be forced to get out that Zisk gun.
Yeah, it's the dream, isn't it, Soviets, that you don't have to get Zisk before T70. And Dutchman certainly seems like he was on for that, but Orange Pest has fought back to a standstill now. He's gotten a good amount of control of the map. In fact, had double fuel for a while there. And now I hypothesized and theorized, Pax, that for my money, Dutchman gives control to his opponent after he gets a strong start. He doesn't keep the hurt on very well sometimes.
Well, that might be true. Dutch isn't necessarily an aggressive player. When he seemed to get forced off that field, when Orange Pest pushed on all that manpower bleed, plus the fact that he just let go of the initiative, really seemed to hurt him. It was an amazing start, but a little bit sloppy, unfortunately. It seems to be costing Dutch at this moment.
And as Chihuahua Charity glibly puts it, not staggering retreats on a map that has a 6-hour retreat. That's how he's putting it. So it's like almost like you retreat everything en masse, so then you don't have to stagger them. I don't know what he's getting at there, but it's one of those things. Do you keep guys on the field to keep a little bit of pressure and retreat one by one, or do you just get everyone off the field and return en masse in force? It's just an interesting debate, I guess.
At the very least, Dutch could have at least laid some mines, some surprises for Orange Pest, make it a little bit harder for him to get back on the field. But no, it just seems Orange Pest just completely successfully pushed Dutch back after that early game engagements.
Here we go, it's a classic T70 rush. He did feel confident to go for it. Now these live or die, or you live or die by your T70's early impact, don't you, when you've rushed for it like this?
That's true, but I'm not sure this is the right move. This is quite the gamble, actually, by Dutch.
Yeah.
He's got to make this T70 count.
It's not Company Heroes circa 2013 to 2019 anymore. We've had 2 years of the T70 being kind of, it's alright, it's okay. It used to be all-encompassing, like this knight that would savage the Wehrmacht on retreat and disembowel the corpses of the conscripts. But now it's just a friendly old T70.
I don't know. It still seems, at least in instances like this, Soviets will live or die based on their T70. If that happens, we'll see. Though Dutch is in a tight spot. I'm guessing just playing a little outside of his playstyle may have hurt him a bit.
Yeah, he kind of overplayed himself a little bit there. Exerted a lot of energy. He was running high on the adrenaline of winning game 1. So this is a bit of a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a best of 5. It takes exerted pressure over a longer time period than they're used to.
It might have taxed Dutch a little bit too much. His micro definitely seems to have slowed down compared to the early game.
70's first actions on the battlefield. Tango with the 222. Rifle nade. Is it dodged? It's dodged the hard way with a hefty retreat there from Dutchman. Ceding control.
Dutchman also stretching out his forces. Not sure this is the right play here if he wanted to maintain the momentum of the T70. Needs to definitely keep up the aggression, but it seems that Dutch is just slowing down.
Certainly seems that way at the moment. Conscripts pushing up, taking a victory point for now. T70 hits the tractor as the pack attacks.
Oh, and a good solid hit.
Jake in chat seems to say that we had a sniper considered at some point and then it was cancelled. I don't know how true that is. Didn't see that.
I unfortunately didn't catch it either.
Yeah, I think he may be daydreaming there. Conscripts bunched up and forced off. They just didn't like their grouping there, it seems.
Sector is at risk.
Well, a sniper may have been an interesting choice for Orange Pest. I'm not sure it would have been the great choice here if he did go through with it. It seems that Orange Pest right now seems to be maintaining his manpower, probably hoping to quick P4 maybe, perhaps more team weapons, not quite sure yet.
Renz hits a mine on retreat there as the 2-2-2 battles against the conscripts with fuel control. It's an interesting game. It's going to take a while to heat up now. We've had a great start to it, but we're just entering that subtle phase in the middle of the game.
Oh, it looks like Orange Pest is going for a sniper.
He didn't
Tune it up.
misclick it. Because Jake then says he thought it might have been a misclick, but Orange Pest, the biggest advocate against banning snipers from existence, is going for a sniper in a tournament. Probably the biggest tournament he's ever played in.
Looks like Orange Pest taking the gloves off.
Yeah. And I've always said, Pax, that snipers may be horrendous, but they have one purpose in our community, and that's to stretch tournament players when they're in competitive money, high-stakes events. You know what I mean? Because
That's
you
true.
it really pushes. If you want to play properly across the board and have a sniper, it really does drain you, and it drains your opponents. It really just kind of push them to their peak performance in some cases.
Also, for me personally, as well as many other players, I imagine, it acts up our copium addiction. It makes me cope real hard.
It does. The psychological terror of a sniper is not to be understated. This hits the 2-2-2 and forces it off. Conscripts spotting for it right now. Meanwhile, T-70 attacking in the east. Runs into a Faust perhaps. There it is.
Can't really follow up with that Faust, though, but it will slow down the T-70.
Alright.
Sniper plucking
4
away.
kills already. Wow.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Those drawn-out engagements, I'm not sure Dutch can take many more of those with a sniper on the field.
No, the manpower hurts. The burn. The caustic.
The enemy is attempting to
Like,
steal our
it's like trying to fight in acid. You just slowly start to melt away. The sniper does that to you.
The worst part is there's no defense. You just melt.
Well, there isn't for aggressive players like you, Pax, who refuse to go counter-sniper. You just
not
melt. Sorry, did you just write a guide on how to deal with a sniper? Cope, then melt.
Well, no, I just write you cope.
I think you try and get a monstrous rifleman flank off, don't you, Pax? And try and get the Stuart round the back or something.
No. If I were to write that book for how to deal with snipers as USF, it'd be page 1, you don't.
Okay, you made me spill my coffee on my chin there. Very
You're
funny.
welcome.
Right, we've got to push up to the west, and this grenadier is very close to a mine. He's almost looking at it.
The Grenadiers, feeling the presence of something dangerous in the grass. Hold their ground.
Alright, here comes a nice push from Dutchman. 4 squads pushing in. The sniper fades away, and the LMG Grenadiers try and get in position. The MG's
Dutchman
just been hit twice.
finding a good opening, pushing in, but he won't be able to push in much further, or else he'll risk overextending. Yeah, it looks like Orange Pest running to the safety of his base so he can just reman that MG. And there we go, opening it up, forcing Dutchman back.
Yep, maybe no rifle nade didn't get close enough. There's that mine.
Oh.
He was looking at it for a while, and he finally stepped on it.
At least Dutch got what he wanted, though. He got the fuel. Kinda.
Yeah, kind of. Well, if you see on the map, it goes all the way. No, he hasn't got it. You're right.
Yeah.
He needs to get this other point.
Dutchman, what he's doing is right. But I feel like he didn't necessarily get as much value as he probably would have wanted out of that early T-70. Sure, it'll force Orange Pest from overextending, but he really needed to get more out of that.
Well, you're right. He's got 3 kills. You know, that's not enough. to really have an impact. Sniper and MG are exposed in the west. The T-70 goes in here. It would have met the Panzer IV that's just arrived, so he had the right idea of not doing it. Oh, God. Orange Pest is going to have scoped Panzer IV and 222 and a sniper. That's like a Love Nest written some Magna or something. You know what I mean? What is it, manga? What is it Orange Pest reads? The anime stupidness.
It's manga. It's manga.
Manga, there you go, yeah. That's it.
My boy is a weeb, that is correct.
Whilst he was waiting to the vetoes today, I'm just going to read some manga, as you call it. This isn't me pretending not to know it. I just genuinely am a boomer. I'm not down with the kids and their fluid ways of reading Japanese hentai or whatever it is they do.
What, you never watched some DBZ back in the day? No Sailor Moon?
No, I'm too old for that. Studio Ghibli. I watched a bit of that. That's as far as I go.
I get it now.
Now.
I now know what AE stands for. It's not account Englishman, it's aged Englishman.
Aged Englishman, yeah. There's many things it could stand for. But me being ashamed of not being a weeb is probably the last thing that will ever happen.
P4 is out in the field, and it's going to be a real headache for Dutch. Seems that Dutch is just keeping his T-70 near his AT gun, possibly to spot, or what's he planning on doing? I'm not so sure about Dutch's positioning, actually. It seems that he might be overextending.
Yeah, he's getting sniper brain. He's had his head shot in so many times now. He's just kind of pushing past and trying to get angles. In this case, he might be losing his T-70 if he's not careful.
No, T-70 is safe. It seems that Orange Best is afraid of that Zis. Not sure why he would be, but seems he is.
Sharpshoots has paid for his investment now, and the true manpower attrition will start kicking in.
It just seems, though, from the way the Dutch is playing, his sniper is really taxing his micro. That was a really sloppy push.
Certainly seems that way. Orange Pest didn't seem to be up for the challenge today, Pax, of playing like Orange Pest. So he's decided to play like Love Nest instead. He's just going for that smooth, calm, controlled play, backed up with the sniper. It's classic tournament play. And Dutchman is currently auto-match meta, and that might not work against the sniper.
I imagine, actually, it's more... Dutch might have gotten a little overconfident after game one.
Yeah, you've always got to come at it from both angles when describing these situations. As the conscripts advance on the Grenadier and are forced away. Not a good push for Dutchman there. Both Zis guns are surveying the scenario. They've got reconnaissance overflight. And it's an interesting commander he's chosen, it has to be said there, Pax. Counter-attack tactics for Mother Russia. Not seen that used to great effect in a tournament for a long time.
Now,
KV1s are always good, and a B4 possibly.
It's funny how you mentioned how Dutch is more of an auto-match warrior, because this is like the auto-match warrior doc, at least for Soviets. You might have been more right than you would have thought.
What? Be right? Never. Hey, he knows nothing about the game. Hey, he's only ranked 500. Doesn't matter that I've cast every tournament for the past 10 years.
Today is your day, AE.
Wow, thanks, Pax, for my make-a-wish. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Right.
It's the least I can do.
Oh my. Okay.
But let's see, though, if we can get out the meme cannon in action. It seems that Dutch currently isn't interested in it because he's going for a Katyusha. But
yeah,
we'll see.
We'll never see the B4, surely. It's heavily mitigated, isn't it? And,
now, AE, a man can dream.
Yes, let's pretend that's what's going to happen. But it's going to be the Katyusha. Meanwhile, the sniper's now climbed to his 15th and going on 16th kill. The Panzer IVs are looking to destroy the combat engineers on retreat. And we
now
do
that
have
command
a man behind the
P4 is going to
lines.
be command P4 is going to be a real headache. Just the toughness of
Look,
everything near him.
he's got sniper head. He's going in for the sniper like a madman, and now he's getting crushed by a tank.
You hate to see it.
You don't. You love it.
Oh, no. No, no, no.
Well, I love it.
Now that's a sniper brain move. Look at that. He's hunting for the sniper. But the Katyusha just swing and a miss.
Oh my god.
Your efforts.
It's like the
You just hate-
it's like the psychology of an older brother bullying a younger brother. Like, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. That's what the sniper's like. It's just out of reach at all times.
I don't know about you, AE, but this is flaring up my sniper PTSD, okay? I see myself in that Katyusha. I see myself
you?
indeed. Yes.
I'm gonna go look at your Yankee Doodle Dandy face right now, and see how upset you look. Yeah, you're looking out the window. You look forlorn. You do look
Good.
pretty distressed, I'm gonna say.
That 1,000-mile stare, yeah. I know it very well. I missed the fucking sniper.
Why not just learn to play with a sniper yourself? Don't
wouldn't
rage
I?
quit the cast. Don't rage quit
wouldn't
the
I?
cast, dude. You're still here. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just joking. I was being ironic. I agree. Snipers are awful.
Good.
The design's awful. I just like the fact that they make tawny players into men. Because
My men, they cope.
Yeah, they cope. Anyway. Right, we've got a big assault from Dutchman. He's got 8 units in the west. The 8th was the combat engineer, just forced away right now. He's trying to find an angle of attack. And let's see if he's able to do it and get back on the field. Or Wehrmacht.
Pack
Uber
overextending.
alles. Or possibly overextend, indeed.
The peg gun
Oh.
is ready. Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Doubt that Dutch will be able to find the angle. It seems that Orange has to just easily rotate over to where he's pushing.
Yeah, it didn't take him long. If you're going to go for
Oh,
one...
snipe. Ooh. G70 not spawned the sniper, but it was moving forward towards it. Sorry for the interruption, man.
No, you got excited by the idea of the sniper dying. I can understand. And chat's
you know me
ace
too well.
hero of Italy in chat has recognised something. It's not your fault USF has no sniper, so I do apologise. It's like me, telling a turtle to fly. Inherently can't do it.
And it makes me cope every day. T70 taking a shot.
Into the nothingness of space, aka Emily Fields. Katyusha with another volley here. It's found this pack. That's going to be a good one, I think.
One good hit. Can he decrew it? Nope.
Ooh, conscripts very low and annihilated by LMG fire there. Again, just Wehrmacht's played very well twice in 2 different ways. Kind of.
I wouldn't necessarily that. It's just, listen, it's the symptoms of just overtaxing your micro, really. Dutch is just doing too much and he just can't handle it. That's just the sad truth right here.
In a sector.
Yeah, this sniper's now up to Veterancy 2, 18 kills. T70 goes for a hunting mission. He gets away with it.
Pops in to say hello and then dips out.
That was pretty cute, actually. I liked it. Okay, Pax.
Dutchman.
Coach Dutchman for me. What's he got to do? You're in his corner. It's the 11th round. He's down on the judges' scorecards. How does he get back into this?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be quite honest with you, Matt. This is a pretty tough situation. Dutchman doesn't really have that much breakthrough at this moment. He's got to rely all on that Katyusha to get the juicy hits. Particularly on that pack gun, the sniper, the MG. There's anything to take one of those pieces off of the board where he can just concentrate his forces and just force something. Because if this just continues, Orisbest is going to tear him apart, one piece at a time.
Oh, he is right now. It's death by 1,000 snipes, and we've just hit 23 kills on the sharpshooter as we speak.
This is going to be particularly difficult for Dutch, just because this is so.
There's a
outside
good
of it, but
Katyusha
there we
volley.
go. This could be it. Does Dutch
And
recognize
Orange
it, though?
Pest with an OG move just goes forward. Calmly and assuredly goes forward. Evades nearly every rocket. Oh, Sniper backs into it though. He overstepped his lines there. But the Katyusha's now finished.
Dutch just really needs to find that Katyusha shot.
Oh, it's open season in Panzer IV territory. Oh, Command Panzer hits a mine. Needs this pack to help out and keep him alive. T-34 on the warpath looking for a kill.
But
Can
it
he
will
get
be
it?
fun.
Yeah, one more shot required, Pax.
This is not a good trade, though, for even if he does get it. Dutchman just not in a position to trade away that T-34 was not a good move for him.
No. And also,
And out comes another Command P4.
Really? Well, why not, I guess? Accompanies his army quite well.
This spot right here, this might just be game for Dutch.
Yeah.
Just getting pins north side Emily, that's not an easy thing to come back from.
Oh, he's using 4 Mother Russia. He's going in for 1. Huge assault. Can he make it happen? Is the Katyusha ready? We're
Will it
waiting
be
for
enough?
18 more seconds.
Will Dutch have the micro? He is going around the right side.
Right, we've had 1 weapon down. That's the MG42. He's been wiped already.
MG goes down, but can he get more out of it? T-70 being forced back, though, won't be able to stay in the fight. And the P4s are coming around. Same with the sniper. This isn't looking good.
Katyusha's gone.
But here's the Katyusha.
Sniper headed. Can he get the sniper, Pax? Call it for me.
The crater's saving the sniper. He gets it! He gets it! Oh my god! That
Oh
one wasn't
my!
the game, but still satisfying.
I think Pax needs a change of underpants. The sniper has indeed died to Katyusha fire in the centre of Amelie Fields. And Dutchman's pushing back onto the map.
Dutchman not giving up the momentum though. Still wants to go in. One Muddle Khan gets forced away, but he needs that VP. Hero T-34 though, just holding down that position. And Dutchman just managing to pull a slight commanding position. But will Orange Pest realize how weak that position is? We'll see.
We'll certainly see. He's pushing in with these Grenadiers with low numbers of soldiers in the squad, and he's got the Panzer IV in a perilous position as the 222 Veteran 3 goes in to try and wipe the Zis. Gren's trying to stay in. He's got an Faust. He might die. Panzer IV pushes in, takes down the T-70. Gren goes down. Conscripts could die as well. 222 continuing its assault.
It is absolute mayhem.
It absolutely is. Zis turns northward, gets a kill. Pax not stolen. Panzer IV looking to push in. We've got Grenadiers and MGs ready to go. Everything's died, but look at this Panzer IV all the way up north, going for a conscript fatality. Can he get it?
Oh, almost. Will he get the tap? He will not. Oh.
He will not. Will he die for his efforts? We've got a fresh T-34 ready to go thanks to the double quick repair speed times of the combat engineers. But look at that central victory point being capped as we speak.
T-34 going in for the kill. Will he get it though? Those armored skirts might be an issue. One more hit.
Oh, conscripts just trying to create a distraction by dying everywhere.
Zisgun missing. Zisgun will be decrewed. Will the T-34 be able to take it out? And that's a yes. But Zisgun goes down, and here comes the Command P4. As well as the other P4. This isn't looking good for Dutch. He had that opening window almost coming back. The question is, will he be able to?
What a series, Pax, because we're getting leveled at 1-1, and both players have had a good game under their belts now. They've warmed up, their psychology's strong, and this best of five's really beginning to heat up.
I believe this might be game, Matt. Seems Dutchman just doesn't have enough time. And there it is.
GG. We're
Okay,
live
good,
again.
good.
Me and Pax were just circle jerking on our casting there. Thought that was pretty good chemistry, Pax. But it was an even better chemistry between the players. We're at got best of 3 ahead of us now. So we've leveled up the scores.
It was interesting to see Dutchman do something a little bit different from his usual defensive playstyle. It almost seemed to work out for him until it didn't.
He was alive until he was dead. And someone's doing a vote for who will win Game 2, the game that just finished. So whichever moderator was that, fantastic work, sir. We do have Game 3 about to happen. I'm going to do a poll, and that poll will be who do you think is going to win the series?
I'm putting everything on Orange Pest.
Right, let's get this started now. So we are doing Pest win series ? Pest or Dutchy? There we go. It's a 3-minute poll. Get in and vote for that. And we'll also go and bring up the GCS3 brackets now. And I want some big boy predictions from your man Pax. In fact, we'll do a full-on Pax prediction time. Right, Pax, get it up on Twitch, big boy. I want you to predict every series we've got left.
Every series, all right.
So this one, who's going to win? What will be the score in Dutchman Orange Pest today?
Dutchman Orange Pest. That's an interesting one. Orange Pest is doing better. Admittedly, starting to find his rhythm, but not quite there yet, especially after that last push. A little bit sloppy compared to what I'm used to. Not really that fine-tuned push that we're looking for at the end, but it did leave us for some nice excitement, though. So it really depends. Will Dutchman continue to make the mistake of thinking that he can suddenly play outside his playstyle? Doubt that. Pretty sure both players will learn their lessons not to underestimate each other. Still think the Orange Pest still has the upper hand, but he just needs to wake up a bit, unlock his full aggressive potential, because we're still not quite seeing it. I'm honestly thinking a 3-2 for Orange Pest.
Ooh, big long series. I'm going to be dead by the end of the day. So let's continue that then. Just Alpern GIA, who's going to win that one next weekend?
Alpern.
Okay, he's been looking good recently. I'll give him that. Then today we've got Gibber versus Tomikaze.
Gibber. Gotta get to my boy Gibber.
Hans or Zilligath?
Now this is interesting.
Okay, I'm interested. Okay, I'm interested in your prediction. Go on. What do you think is going to happen?
Now, I don't know Hans, right? But I do know what my boy Ozzy. Ozzy's been grinding. He's been practicing real hard. Question is, though, is it good enough to take on Hans? Maybe not Gibber, but Hans. Hans is like, it seems to have been scrimming a bit, getting back into his groove, but I don't think he's quite there yet. I think Hans might not have it anymore. Ozzy might have a shot, but it will be even depending on how good a practice Hans can get in.
Okay.
That said, though, I have seen that Hans has been getting a little bit back into it, but we'll see. We'll see. Honestly, I still got to give it to Hans, though. Still got to give it to Hans. 3-2.
Hans. Okay. So then that would leave us with obviously Love. You're just gonna say Love Nest will beat Referrer, I presume.
Yes.
Then you're gonna say Gibber will beat Hans, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, so that gives us our live set final. Oh god, I just did Love Nest. That makes no sense. So then that would be our live semi-finals.
Love Nest.
All the top seeds going through. Which is classic AE tournament, because ever since I started doing spreadsheet-based seeding, I've had very predictable tournament seeding.
I'm still looking for that wild card of Love Nest versus Love Nest, though. That's the game I want to see.
That's in All the Kids Mogna. Yeah. And go on, who's going to win Who's going to win these semi-finals? Love Nest or Gibber?
I think it's too soon to make that prediction, honestly.
Okay. Interesting. So that's the closest game. What about Orange Pest Alpen? These are really good series for GCS3.
Orange Pest. But that's depending on how this game will go, because Orange Pez doesn't seem to be quite there yet. Maybe just a little bit rusty. He hasn't, from what I can see, he's been practicing a little bit, but maybe not enough.
Love it. Let's go back, put my brackets back to how they should be, and let's go and load into this game. Played, have winners. We're doing predictions rough already. Just a fun thing. Sorry.
I would say that Gia is a dark horse. He's certainly a good player, but I've seen Elpern play lately, and he's got a really consistent, tight play recently. Well,
Yeah,
question
some
is,
of the micro stuff he does is really natural. Like he's really kind of perfected his rhythm, if that makes any sense. Like the small things he does are really high level, and he does them often. If that makes any sense, just a lot of little tricks here and there. It's quite cute play.
now, as a fellow rifleman enjoyer, I am very impressed by Gia's rifleman play with USF. Question is, will he play USF versus Elpern? That will be the question. I think yes, but we'll see if it's enough.
Like the sportscasting vibe there. Let's get Pax invited to this game. I've got it happening in 3 minutes' time. Nobody tell Rifle Ready the score. He's not allowed to know. It's a secret. So yeah. There we go. Just a bit of news on GCS3. What news have we got? We've got the best tank push of the tournament will get this retro comic, which is hilariously adult themed, as found out by AE to his horror on stream. It's a vintage 80s World War II comic in French that a donator donated. Yes, Gary, we won't open it again. A book of horrors. So maybe Pax, everyone's going to play really defensive to not win the prize. Otherwise, they'll be tortured. Anyway, let's load into the
Possibly, you know.
Maybe we'll just give it to Tommy. Although Tommy's not coming because he wants to go to work on Monday. Why don't you just get an overnight flight and go in tired, Tommy? We've still got a couple of places left.
Yeah, Tommy, you're not poor. What's your excuse?
Yeah.
Take a vacation, idiot.
Yeah, you idiot. Go to GCS3. We've got a few places left. And to be honest, everyone in chat right now that I can see has probably got a good chance of coming if you PM me and you have the money to burn. / enjoy your life with. 1 minute 26 till we're live on Mill Road. And we have a little bit of a factional surprise, which I won't spoil quite yet. But it's a little bit hype.
Interesting, though. An interesting choice. Was a bit of an unexpected choice.
Yeah, I didn't even know the Italians were in Co3. Sorry, Co2. I didn't know it was possible to play as them in this tournament mode. It's amazing. Amazing stuff.
But the real question is, will there be Italians in Co3?
They've already said there will, won't there? But they'd be part of battle groups for the existing factions. Because the Italians fought on both sides, don't forget. So unless you want good Italians and bad Italians.
Listen, all I care about is my Italian partisans, alright? That's what I want. It might be not a papa shop, but I still want to have some partisans, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's not a party without a partisan.
It certainly is. I'm going to time this to perfection. I think my sting is 22 seconds. So if I hit it in 2 seconds, we go live perfectly. There we go. Hello there, and welcome to Mill Road. Welcome to Orange Pest. This is Game 3 of the quarterfinals for GCS3. I'm A, and I'm here today with Pax Ajax. Hey, dude.
Hola.
Who
Hola,
in
what?
the north, my friend?
We got our boy Dutchman breaking out some of the OKW, trying to get that OK dub today. But will he be able to do it? That's the question. OK dub versus Soviets is a real tough matchup. But Dutchman has always been very confident about his OKW. We'll see if it's enough. It seems that our boy Dutchman's already going for elite armor, getting out the cheese wagon, we think. But will he be able to fully take advantage of it versus Soviets, versus those early 18As? Or better question, will Orange Pest see it coming?
Upon realizing that your girlfriend has a twin, okay, double U. There you go. That's where the name of the faction comes from.
I don't know about that. I don't know that. I don't know about that, my boy. But I just prefer to get that OK dub. You know what I'm saying? That big old dub.
Zany, that joke was for you. It was a terrible joke. Thank you. It was a dad joke. We've now got the 221 coming out next. That's why the truck's coming out first. 221 plays inbound from the Elite Armored Doctrine Dutchman. Which, do you reckon he'll go Sturmtiger in a tournament? That'll be pretty exciting.
Maybe not a Sturmtiger, but those heat shells slap pretty hard.
They certainly bloody do. You've got a lot of variation with them. You can also go for a Puma, possibly. It's always good to try and do that. Poke out in with the Puma, get a heat shell off, and poke back out again. Pretty exciting stuff. And Von Asten, you played in GCS1, as you would have known back in the day. That was a full-on best-of-5 tournament. This is a single-elim tournament for £1,000, or dollars, actually, US dollars. By God. And it's, of course, best-of-5 in the quarterfinals onward.
We go first real engagement. Volks charging the cons.
He threw it behind them, and they dodged it perfectly. Stern Pioneers pushing in. The 221 will be hitting the field around about now. And we've got cons building sandbags in the center and pushing in for the cutoff. So sometimes you have to die to gain a bit of possession elsewhere, and these conscripts just pulled away the Stern Pioneers and Folks Grenadiers.
Yeah, but those cons are about to meet the cheese wagon front and center, coming right at him.
Here he is, that pesky little fellow. Already getting damage done versus these conscripts trying to push them out of the circle like an angry sheepdog.
Won't be enough, though. Orange Pest completely undaunted. It looks like he's just waiting for those 18 aids.
Yeah.
Or not.
No. But a little bit of fuel control done. Let's see if Orange Pest can keep up the pressure. He's going to go 18 aids first, as you mentioned, and then he's going to go for the field infirmary.
And here they are. 18 aids on the field immediately after seeing that cheese wagon.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Seems like Orange Pest is starting to reclaim that. Still sticking to the initiative. Dutchman yet to take back his cutoff point until right now. That's quite the fuel loss, especially for elite armored.
Really is. And I tell you what, an M5 with a quad mount could eviscerate a lot of what we see on the field. And Orange Pest has had his fuel all game long, combat he's forced off. One takes the hands, streaming shack.
Dutchman not going in for the kill on that combat engineer. I'm not sure if that was worth it.
Yeah, I would have expected some push in to try and take it, the kill, just for one cheeky shot. What's these combat engineers doing? They're going to build, yep, there's tier 2, and then straight into tier 3 possibly, but maybe, yes, he's going to stop reinforcing these conscripts here. Or is he? No, he's not. He's going to reinforce them. Fair enough.
Seems like Dutchman. Seems like Dutchman's taking full advantage of that sneaky little med crate at the north of Mill Road.
Ah, there he is. There's the icon of Grand Larceny having taken the med pack.
Oof. Preemptive flame nade. Didn't see the Molotov coming, though.
Yeah, they both threw one. They've just had a bit of a bonfire. Bit of a Burning Man celebration on the central victory point.
Or maybe this really hates sandbags. Who knows?
I think everyone does.
Orange Pest just throwing Molotovs left and right. Really just trying to keep those stern piles at bay. This engagement not going well for Orange Pest, though.
No, he's lost a lot of manpower. He's trading blood for oil at the moment. 7 to 18 on the kill tally, but a lot of fuel control and dispossession. In fact, we've got a bit of an argument over the fuel in the northeast. More flame grenades thrown, and indeed more thrown in the east. And yes, Orange Pest is going to disallow Dutchman's fuel for a while. Again.
But will it be enough? I'm not sure if this is the correct play here. Med crate being dropped. Really useful just to drop that singular one. 221 really just not only a cheese wagon, but comes with a ton of utility as well, especially as it gets vet. You can never, ever expect that cheeky Regal mine. Comes out vet 4 or 5. Can really do wonders, but the question is, will we see it today? Not really sure that Orange Pest is the type to use it past early game, which probably stick it on his fuel to get that nice little fuel bonus, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's got so many abilities, the 221. Very Men at War kind of style. It's got a loaded UI.
Mobile command has been set.
Alright, we've got battle group up in base, so he's going to stop using med packs now and hopefully put a bit more munitions into stuff like Sturmgewehrs and mines, upgrades where he can. Orange Pest had his fuel removed for a small amount of time, but you notice Tankovi's going up, and he'll have more than enough fuel to get that M5, and he's got the munitions for the quad mount.
Orange Pest just staking his claim over Dutchman's side of the map, his southern side. Dutchman's been cut off from his fuel for some time now, a lot longer than when he cut off Orange Pest. I'm not really sure this is going exactly as the way that Dutchman would like, especially for such an early game play with the cheese wagon.
Yeah, bit of bad RNG for Dutchman there. He had a good position on Orange Pest retreat, but wasn't able to get any shots in with the Stern Pioneers. Is corralled. That's the Stern Pioneers that are forced away.
It seems both players are going back and forth right now for territory. It seems real balanced, but Orange Pest still has the upper hand, especially as Soviets.
T-70.
Dutchman really needs to do something to reclaim the mid game, or else he's going to be in real trouble late.
Yeah, T-70's going to apply a lot of pressure. So Rakenwerfer and 4 Faust, though. Don't forget he's got 4 Faust currently in total. So the 221 should be relatively safe.
That is true. That is true.
There are a lot of experienced players in chat. The last 4 commenters have all played in tournaments at some time or another. And yeah, we've got Pax IX, who of course has had some great tournament games in the Master League when he's been able to play, that is. Then he's had some, he's taken to a few opponents, let's say, as USF especially.
I am a known rifleman enjoyer.
Right, the 221's in peril. It's just been anti-tank grenaded.
And Orange Pest just going in. Does not give a fuck. Going straight in there.
Certainly doesn't. Yes, he does. And the Rakenwerfer has him in his sights, trying to act behind the guard tower. But this bush does not block shots. Conscripts coming in for the Rakenwerfer, try and get a Molotov. Another Faust hits the T-70. The 221 was able to escape, but the T-70 won't be able to do the same. That's a show of horror for Orange Pest. He oorahs into position, trying to annihilate the Rakenwerfer. The shot misses, however. It hits the haystack. And he's able to decrew the Rakenwerfer. Where are we on this Faust? He's got the munitions. He's got the ability. Can he get it, Pax?
I doubt it. But that's just the true tragedy of OKW. There's a real Rakekton moment, as my friends like to put it.
Rakekton moment. Gotta love it.
That was a real tearjerker there for Dutchman, though. He had his moment just to reclaim the initiative. Didn't quite get it.
He didn't, but he's had a decent victory point control. He's had very good fuel control for the last 5 minutes. He's not lost a single squad. I don't know why you're writing him off, Pax. He's not doing that badly.
Not that, but that miss, though. I don't know about you, AE. That was a real heartbreaker.
Yeah, but the bigger picture is the all-powerful 221 is still alive. This thing...
That is true. That is true.
What a beast. Don't forget as well, 185 fuel for the Sturm Tiger these days. It's not as cheap as it used to be. It's going to take a while to get there, if indeed he does. If you think in a tournament you're best off going Panzer IV instead of double Raket and Sturm Tiger?
Yes, most certainly yes. Sturm Tiger is a fun late game option if it comes to that, right? Where you may have built a decent lead, not certainly not in the mid game, because you definitely want to put that towards like a P4.
Yeah.
But late game. So there might be a chance, depending on how long this game goes for.
It's not a great map for let's call it sight blockers you can fire through with a Sturm Tiger versus a high-level opponent. Because everything here is a shot blocker on my screen. So you can't really catch top-level players by surprise on Mill Road as much as you could Crossroads, for example.
Looks like Dutchman is trying to settle in on his part of the map. While also jabbing at Orange Pest. But neither player seems to be really given significant ground quite yet.
Let's check this engagement out. We've had a request from Tommy in chat for Angry Dutchman's perspective, fog of war and vehicle detection with the 2-2-1. Let's see the T-70 escape into the fog of war. And he is evading the vehicle detection, or otherwise it's not working. I don't know. How does it work? Somebody call Tightrope, please. Or Jibber Jabber Jobber. There's always been one or two people in the community that relied upon to actually understand the game. Pax used to be cruisy back in the day. These days,
I was. Tightrope was actually a pretty good resource. Taught me how to attack ground. He was the attack ground king for a while, you know? Very valuable skill.
Alright, conscripts pushing into the southeast. But
It seems like
Dutchman's kept his territories for a while. What does it seem like to you, though, Pax?
it seems like both players are settling in for the late game, really. Orange Pest really not going for too aggressive plays. Dutchman kind of, but he's not really making much headway. It seems just both players are just really going to wait to duke it out, mainly when their tanks come out to play.
That's the good bit about flame grenades, is they may not do the concussive damage of a normal grenade, but it does really deny cover. Even if it hits the cover, it'll still deny it, and that's the power of them, really.
Volks will still struggle regardless versus those guards, but it did help a little bit. Not really sure it was worth the 30 munitions, though.
Ooh, we've gone for Mechanized Armor Compania next for Orange Pest. He's a 48 fuel. Meanwhile, Dutchman does have the Schwerpanzer headquarters set up, and he's also put in a requisition order form for panzers, and it's been authorized. So the full-on German bureaucracy is kicking in.
If the fuel remains uncontested, it seems like they'll get their tanks out both at the same time, unless, of course, Orange Pest decides to do the ballsy move, although the PAX approved one, going straight for the KV-1. We'll see.
Well, that'd be lovely. You'd need 2 Zisk guns with a KV, though, because it can obviously force away a lot, but it can't, you know, battle up against anti-tank guns and Panzer 4Js easily.
Yeah, Orange Pest playing real confident, actually, thinking that, like, armor won't hit the field until very later if he hasn't had a single AT gun, let alone a max amount in the field, up until maybe soon to this point. He'll have to get one eventually.
Right, he gets a Molotov off on the MG34 before being pinned and forced off.
Some nasty hits from the flak on that con.
Yeah, 2 juicy kills there. 2-2-1, by the way, has 14 kills this game.
Yeah, Dutchman really getting the value out of that. Maybe he is playing on Regal Mines. Now that will be a real sight to see.
Orange Pest may have heard as he's going for the Zisk gun. So he could be thinking of a KV, it seems. He knows he isn't in a massive leading position. In fact, I'd say this game's pretty damn even. Let's check the stats. Let's see, we've got 68 kills for Dutchman, 41 for Orange Pest. That seems even to me. On the army value, it's around about even if you take into account the flak placements counters population. And on points held, it's been undulating quite a lot, but Dutchman's had the better of it, surprisingly, Pax, thus far.
That is quite the surprise. It seems that Dutchman, hoping to play aggressively again early game, wasn't quite getting the advantages that he wanted. But he still seems to, at least if the stats say so, kept on it.
Alright, got reinforcements in base as the MG34 emerges. Orange Pest is looking to get some capping done on these victory points now. He's going for multiple sectors at the same time. Guards get grenaded. They lose 2 of their elite brothers.
This is very sloppy by Orange Pest.
Yeah.
Loses a bunch of models for no reason, and guard models are fairly expensive for Soviets. Still achieves his objective, forces Orange Pest off, but it's a bit more costly than it needs to be.
221's going to pick up some kills in the east. It's not as able to shoot as it'd like to be, but meanwhile got bigger action in the center as the T-70's forced away. That Panzer IV's deploying roundabout now. Here it is.
Surprisingly enough, Panzer IV hitting the field before a T-34. Seems that Orange Pest really might be going all in for those KV-1s. Although, that might not be the right play with heat shields on the field. And Orange Pest does know that he does have access to heat.
Yeah, with the 221 being omnipresent veterancy 4 now. Conscripts forced away. I was about to say elevation might save
hit.
them. But no, elevation made them even more of a target, it would seem. Put them on a platter for the Panzer IV.
Panzer IV, though, having its fill, though not chasing.
Seemingly
Afraid
not.
of that Zis gun.
Approach Grenadiers versus Guards and Cons in the north. Dutchman seems to be winning this. Axis is the flavour of the day in this best of 5.
Dutchman seems to be settling into his standard play style of digging in, trying to set in that bleed for Orange Pest. Orange Pest, on the other hand, now trying to swap places with Dutchman. Just starting to jab at his positions, but not quite getting the trades that he wants.
Trying to sort out that issue in the north. He's got consolidated positions in the south. Orange Pest just seems really weak, but here comes Big Clim. That huge heavy tank.
Will it be enough? Because it seems like we're seeing a little bit of a repeat of Game 1. Even though it was a little bit better played by Orange Pest, but we're starting to see that grip tighten as Dutchman is starting to consolidate his position around the map.
I think Dutchman's OKW's top 4 in the world, correct me if I'm wrong. It's very high up there.
It is his best faction, that is true.
He's going hunting. He wants this T-70 packs. Will he get it? T-70 backs into a corner. He thinks he's hidden. Oh, he hits the bonfire. He hits the bonfire.
He's not going
instead.
for it.
No, I think he just, I don't know, missed, I guess. Close. But no cigar.
Dutchman, not one to overstay his welcome. Gets right out of there. Gets a nice hit on the combat engineers. Hello, goodbye.
Here comes Big Clement Verashilov, #1. The original heavy tank of the Second World War.
The question is, will the KV-1 feel the heat today?
Ha! What a question to ask. It's currently a triple cap, by the way. Orange Pest is feeling the heat as we speak. 446 victory points to 265. Dutchman imperious on Mill Road at the moment.
Dutchman just tightened his grip on Mill Road today. Just putting the squeeze on them VPs.
It's $1,000 for the winner of GCS3, but it's the best looking trophy I've personally ever seen. And of course, GCS carries a huge brand image with it. It's like winning the... we did a massive tournament for the Master League this year, ML5, the finals or something. And it was huge. It was like 4 qualification events, but we put 8 sweaty nerds in a room together in person, and everyone treats it as a way bigger deal. What is it with like a live tournament, like the LAN aspect packs? It just seems to make it seem so much bigger.
Well, I can't be there personally, unfortunately, because, Europe tickets, well, plane tickets to Europe are quite expensive for me, at least at
They
this
are.
time, right?
Yeah.
But I'd imagine it's probably just feeling that energy in the room, the competitiveness, the drive to win, to kick your opponent's fucking teeth in.
Oh, oh
Show
my.
no mercy.
Make them into a human sock puppet. Okay. Right, 2-2-2-1 pushes into an extra 2 in its name. Oh, we've got annihilation by the T-70 in the north. First squad wipe of the game. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That is the first wipe. It's been a well-played match so far by both players. Each player not really giving an inch. But that was a pretty good hit by that T-70, and it was enough just to take out that Volk. But here we go. Ober's right out just to replace him.
Yeah. Keeps his economy in check as well. Doesn't want too many infantry squads. That sounds silly, but if you're going to get Obers and you want to get a full-fledged army in the late game, you want to leave a bit of room. Sounds crazy, but it's sometimes true.
He opened it up on that T-70, but I'm not sure if that was worth. Maybe just a knee-jerk reaction by Dutchman at that time.
Yeah, I'm just not liking Orange Pest's build. I know he just got the latest kill and whatever, but just seems, I don't know, not punchy enough for me.
Well, it's mainly because he's lacking indirect, and it seems that Dutchman is just playing for the long haul, which is really the best thing he could do in this situation. Who knows, Matt? We might just see. Oh! Never underestimate that airstrike there. Will tear infantry apart.
IL-2 strafing run as the ISG returns fire.
But as I was saying, it seems that Dutchman's digging in for the long haul, and you might just see that Sturmtiger. Who knows?
Oh, that would be epic. That would be a slash-L situation for Orange Pest.
Actually, knowing my friend Orange Pest, I think he'd get a little confident.
You think so? Do you think he'd love it?
Oh, most certainly.
What if it annihilates one of his squads on its first action in the game?
Then he will cope.
Okay, he's the master coper. Heard it here first. KV-1 has 4 kills and it's applied a bit of pressure, but this is a classic Dutchman scenario. He's taken all of his units back to base to reinforce, replenish, resupply, rejuvenate, and refocus.
I'm thinking that the KV-1 seemed like a good idea at the time, but it's just not enough with, as you said, you're right, Matt. Just not enough right now with his current army comp. Really needs some indirect. Perhaps even a mortar. At least just for the vision.
That's a great shout, dude. I mean, a mortar on Mill Road behind this heavy hedgerow south of the victory point is so powerful.
Granted, it's no 120mm, but the utility of the Soviet mortar just brings to the field, especially just the vision alone, might just be worth it. Oof. KV-1 getting a good hit on those Volks.
Yeah, that was nasty. And there's the indirect. He's got the Zis gun. He's got 2 Zis guns now. There's the punch in his army. That's what he's going to need if he's going KV-1. Needs to.
Unfortunately, no follow-up though on those shots. Dutch is gonna reposition.
Oh, what a meaty shot as well. Folks, Grenadiers low. The conscripts could finish them off here. And can't do it thanks to the light cover granted by the Zis gun, ironically.
Seems
Orange Pest is just struggling for an end, but he's at least taking back some VPs for now. But I doubt he'll be able to hold it.
He's got a lot of fuel and a lot of manpower though, so let's see what he does with his next decision. 74 pop caps. This should be his last piece of the puzzle for a while. Maybe he's just waiting to see what Dutchman goes for. Dutchman is going to go for a second Panzer IV. He's not trying to please the crowd. And, oh, Orange Pest thought about a KV-1. He's instead going for a 76mm T-34.
I don't think this is the right play. He really needs a Katyusha.
Yeah, Katyusha would be great. He's got the double Zis now. With T-34, he's going to have to go for a second one to get use out of it, to be honest. So he can go in with for a flanking operation, perhaps.
I always think that Isildur has the right idea when he plays Soviets. usually has this similar comp, if not exact one, but he always gets a Katyusha out second.
He's
Just
cancelled
'cause-
it. He's gone for an SU instead. He's in the same mind. And to be honest, I've always said this, Pax. Soviets live or die in the late game based on their tier 4 choices and their timing. Someone should write a book or a flow diagram at the very least on what to go and when.
Well, with that said, though, I don't think the SU-85 is the right choice here. Orange Pest needs to break through. He doesn't need to hold. And the SU-85 won't necessarily help in this situation. He needs something to force off those Raketans, because as much as they may miss, they're still a massive threat to his armor.
I think, as everyone's saying, the Katyusha would have been a valid choice. But I think the SU is a solid choice. So you can never argue with getting an SU in 26 minutes because it's going to get veterancy and it'll keep both of these panzers guessing. So I don't think it's a bad choice. I think the other choices would have been bad choices. And Katyusha would have been probably the safest.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Big Clim's doing what Big Clim does best. That's be a tank in the computer gaming sense of the word.
The enemy still has
Shield.
Orange Pest is jabbing for openings, but can't seem to find them.
Yeah, he's got victory point control. He stemmed the tide of the bleed for now. 241 to 291. There you go. Got meaty shots in immediately, Pax. Got halfway to Veterancy 1 with its first two shots.
Orange Pest seems to dig in around the middle, but I doubt he'll be able to hold it from those Volks. Flame Nade gonna force him out. Oof. League also saying hello.
Dodges the IL-2. No, he gets eaten on the edge there. And Ober's forced off, giving Orange Pest victory point control in the south for now.
Seems Dutchman's given a little bit of ground, but I don't think he'll be able to really, the Orange Pest will be able to hold it.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Orange Pest just needs to find a way to really just push out Dutchman, because Dutchman just has solid grip, especially with those leagues. Or one league. That's going to be a real headache very soon, as soon as it gets vet.
Yeah, it certainly is. LEIGs and indirect fire in general were heavily underused in tournament play for several years, but in the last couple of years, in the Master League tournaments, we've really seen the game become more well-rounded from so many players. Every implement of the whole tool set is constantly in use, and it's, to be honest, it's kind of nice grenade there, but it's not as nice as I thought. It's kind of undervalued by the community, Pax. We actually see every tool in the box used in tournament games these days. That's kind of cool.
I think that might be more of an effect of the current meta. One recent change is seeing Love Nest just use the Soviet mortar just for the flare ability. Just haven't realized how much utility that actually brings to the table. As for what Dutchman's doing, this is a pretty common strategy you see in high-level OKW, which is just to park your league right in front of your Schwer and just have it sit there and just rain down shells on anything that comes close. Just a true AFK cannon.
Alpern saying, oh, he understands balance, but so many of these units were relatively untouched in the balance changes. More indirect fire has kind of always been pretty much similar to how it is now in the last couple of years of change. I genuinely think top-level players just rounded out their game and started to be more comfortable using the tools at their disposal. Sounds crazy, but yeah.
Well, I'd still say that the meta in general is still fairly rigid, you know? You still see the standard double AT gun and MG or two out in the field. Guard for Soviets. You definitely still see that utility more. Just because, as you said, people are just realizing how much value you can get out of just straight up utility.
Yeah, like flare on the Soviet mortar was always there, for example. Not denying the balance did improve, by the way. There was a lot of small tweaks on a lot of things. And they definitely are. I became a solid fan of Mirage Floor and his team's work over the years. I was a big critic at times, but it kind of grew on me, a lot of the small stuff they did. Not denying it, for certain. Raketva forced off by the KV-1. Orange Pest is holding the line at the moment. Gets behind it. Interestingly placed sandbag there.
Seems to me that both players are just trading blows at this time, but neither giving an inch.
And interestingly, they're both at 90 pop caps, so they're locked in with these choices for now. They've got to fight with what they've got until they lose something.
I stand corrected. It seems that Dutch is starting to give away just a little bit to Orange Pest.
Just as you said it, yeah, he started to control a bit of the field. It's that 4 a.m. brain. Pax, everybody thank Pax Sayax in chat, by the way. This guy jumped into CoCast very late in the day in America, or in the night, or in the morning, depending on how you
Or
look.
tomorrow.
Welcome to Sunday. Or is it Saturday for you? I don't know. No one knows.
It's Saturday for me. Is it Sunday for you?
Oh yeah, you're American, not Australian. I've just remembered how time works. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Time is wrong over there, okay? Let's be very clear.
Yeah, we're gonna go for something cheeky there. Would that have been a demo charge? Oh no, it's a tank trap. I haven't seen them in years. That's amazing. I love
That's
it.
real cheeky. He seems like Orange Pest is thinking he can just box in Dutchman.
I was so confused by the design on the tank traps, having not seen them used in tournaments in forever. I thought he was building something behind it. It was the thing itself. Legendary. Love it. Apparently those tank traps are quite juicy. I heard somebody on about them in a cast the other day, actually. Oh, Rakettenwerfers might have the T-70 in their sight right now. Need one more shot. He shudders, and the Panzer IV's going to pick him up. There you go. Meanwhile, KV-1 is trying to focus down the Folks Grenadiers. We've got
Dutchman getting such an effective counterattack out on Orange Pest.
Oh
Oof.
no! The MVP 221 goes down as the Panzer artillery thunders from the sky above.
Ooh. Guards eating a nade.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse for Orange Pest. He's retaining a lot of his value here. Rakettenwerfers push in.
It's an A move for Kettens.
Yeah, gotta keep that KV-1 guessing. Force it out there and look at the capping from Dutchman now.
Quite the push from Dutchman. Did not see it coming.
Oh, doubles. This is SU versus Panzer. He's overextended and he's dead. He's trying to spot for the Raketans. Can they kill the KV-1 or will Orange Pest get away with it? Looks like he's going to do the latter. He follows up with an attack ground. It misses. This is going to return fire now and force the Raketans away. It was one bridge too far for the Dutchman, it would seem.
I'd still say it was worth it. It seems that Dutchman claimed a lot of momentum from Orange Pest there. Unfortunately, was not quite able to secure the kill on that KV-1. Got a little sloppy there as well with his P4, who's sitting AFK.
It wasn't worth it. I'm gonna overrule or at least contest that, my friend. If you look at the pop cap dive for Dutchman, I know he has a Panzer IV in the build. This KV-1 will be repaired. Orange Pest will make use of that. I'm gonna call it a failed push. I think he traded down there. 221 died as well. The Vet 5 221. Come on, man. It was not a good engagement, surely.
Oh, it was not. Oh, most certainly it was not. I do not deny that.
Okay,
but I'm saying
enough.
that the territory gains as well as the momentum might be something that Dutchman can capitalize on. We'll see.
We'll see. He's got to make use of this second Panzer IV hitting right about now. He has his full infantry army already. He's got Stern Pioneers. He's got Folks Grenadiers. They're all Vet 5 as well. He's got this Obersoldaten who could have done better at this point. 12 kills. Not getting in great positions for the MG34 to chomp away, it would seem.
Well, Dutchman's been very selective with his engagements. Been being very conservative in general, especially with those Obers.
Yeah, he has. He really has. KV-1's taking an age to be repaired. Only just gotten to 40%, so maybe you're right, Pax. Maybe Dutchman will have some momentum now. Seems like you're right, sir. Traded
See the
blood for
lead
time.
plinking away on those conscripts, the true AFK cannon.
That was one thing that was tinkered with so much. It was even more brain AFK at sometimes. Then they tried to make it too micro-intensive. You had to manually direct it. And team game players probably didn't like that.
Most likely not. I'd imagine they're not a fan of micro.
No, indeed. The least operations, the better. There was a copy pasta going around in the community, I think on Elpern stream the other day, of basically embargoing 1v1 activity, so the game is only balanced around team games.
Micromanagers beware. Your days are numbered.
Oh, that was a thunderous shot there from the SU from afar.
It seems I stand corrected. It seems that Orange Pest is getting some serious value out of that SU-85 though, just penning away at those tanks.
And he's gone for an SU. It's a T-34-76 now. May go for a cheeky flank with that. Let's get on board and see which direction he's going. He's going for the northerly direction. See if he can
Look at
swing
that.
around.
Seems Orange Pest lay down a cheeky little bunker. Oof, good hit.
The enemy is trying
Yeah,
to
forcing
destroy
away
a
the
structure.
folks granted. Where's
Tables
the bunker? I'm looking for this bunker.
It's right there. Look, it's on the north side. It's covering the north EV.
We can't see what you can see. Oh, that thing! Oh, it was hidden. Yeah, it was hidden by the logs on top of it. I'd be a terrible reconnaissance plane guy. I'd be awful at it. Oh,
Don't worry, sir. There's nothing there but a pile of logs. You're fine.
No machine gun. It's all good. Right, we're trading here. We've got a strafe coming in. We've got artillery. Here's that strafe. What damage is that doing? Pretty gnarly there on the Rakettenwerfer.
Our machine guns has been silenced.
Seems the Sturms went down, though. Not sure where they went down, though.
Oh, if you don't know, I certainly don't know. Faust goes in on the SU, but the T-34 comes in to defend. Looks like the Maxim went down. I was barely aware of its presence, to be honest. Obers are ready with a bundle of joy or horror. Ah, it was in the advance of Orange Pest, hoping he'd run into it. Oh, Obers low.
But Orange Pest sees right through it. Doesn't even budge.
Oh
Oof.
no, annihilation. He's hauled down the KV-1 behind the hedge there.
It seems like the tables, they be a-turning, and now it looks like Dutchman is being forced on the offensive. Not his strong suit.
Dude, the tables are turning more than a DJ competition at this point. It's so to and fro this game. It's so hard to call. 189 victory points to 161. Population and fuel seems to be in Orange Pest's favour. He's got more reserves and he's got a more fleshed out army, but Dutchman's army's no slouch either. He's just lacking that Volksgrenadier that recently died.
It's quite alright. Late game, OKW does have some flexibility, considering you can always replace your Volks with an Ober.
I'll tell you what, it's
He
losing a bit
also
more
still
there.
has the Sturmtiger as an option.
Yes, he does. Rakettenwerfer just lost its veterancy again. That sandbag's being built in front of the hedgerow. It's like a strange hedge sandwich at this point.
I see Orange Pest actually do this constantly. This sandbag right there can actually be fairly difficult to dislodge once you have the mid VP.
Yeah. I wonder what the point in it is. Why is it positioned as so?
Well, you get native green cover that can't be used against you.
True. Oh yeah, of course, because no one's ever going to use it because you'd be facing the bush. Wow. Tactics. How do they work?
Tactics and you.
Love it.
Standing by. Send orders.
All quiet on the Western Front for a moment as we await the final chapter of this sterling game that's been going for 40 minutes now. With 3 fairly long games in a row in this best of 5.
It seems Dutchman is dropping some smoke in the mid VP, but isn't really planning on doing much. He did take out the sandbag, but now he's moving in.
He is. He's got suppression waiting. Grenade flaming. Zis turns higher. T-34 pushes in. Big Clim's finally ready for action yet again, having been hauled down and being repaired for so long.
Just trying to get them magical A-move overs, tearing apart those cons.
Yeah, look at the kills now. We're at 23.
Seems they caught the Zis. But Zis will get away safely. KV-1's there to watch.
Yeah, it's got 18 kills of its very own.
That Vet 2 fire rate showing too as well. P4 trying to show it the heat, but just dodges it gracefully. Or not dodges it, more bounces
Gracefully like a refrigerator, indeed.
it. Exactly.
Angry Dutchman's on 111 victory points, but he's holding the middle for now. That Vet 4 MG34 is doing work. No rocket artillery this game, which is curious. And Dutchman has a hell of a lot of fuel and a hell of a lot of manpower. He doesn't, however, have the mechanized truck down, so no King Tiger is an option at this point.
Now Dutchman does have some options, but he's going to have to pick something to get out of this situation. Seems that, like, Orange Special will currently have the upper hand late game. But he could always go for KT or try to make something work with the Sturm Tiger.
Sturm Tiger would be a risky choice, but he does have the backup at the moment with the double Rocket and double Panzer IV.
From the way Dutch has been playing, though, it seems that he's in the mood for risks. We might just see it.
Yeah, and don't forget, guys, he's not been trailing in this best of 5 yet today. He won the first game of the day on Amelie. So, yeah, he's been pretty bolshy, pretty confident, but now he's below 100 victory points, and he's officially losing the series just about.
It's real crunch time for Dutchman. He's got to make something happen now.
Oh, Panzer IV in a bit of a disaster zone here. It's been AT grenaded. T-34 was able to do the damage. Here comes the SU. Its flank is protected by the shed. We do have artillery used by the tank as well.
P4 duking it out, not afraid.
One more shot required. Can he get it? He needs to thread the eye of the needle at this point. He cannot. We've had reports of fatalities elsewhere, Pax. Any idea what that was? Panzer IV goes down or elsewhere, it would seem.
It appears to be the Panzer IV covering the south. But surprisingly, the P4 in the north gets away.
Yeah, the one we had our eye on survives. It's the other that did not. It's like
It seems that
Vet
the
3
KV-1
disc gun
is
here.
Tore apart that armor. Ate it for breakfast.
Yeah, the KV-1 and Zisgun combo got it for certain in the east there.
And here comes the sandbags again. Dutchman just slowly running out of steam. And I'm not sure he'll have enough to come back at this point.
No, losing that Panzer IV in the south as this one narrowly escapes. The SUs are going to return to health very soon. We've got Vet 3 engineers building all these tanks back up to full fitness.
And check out the north side. Look at all these cheeky little tank traps. BM, perhaps, from Orange Pest? Or more smart control.
Oh, interesting. I'd
And
say
here
that's
we go.
pretty damn smart, dude.
Even more tank traps going down in the south.
Oh, along the bridge. You gotta love it. Reminds me of Co-1.
Dutchman's massing south for one final push.
He needs this to go perfectly. He's got to hold down KV-1, a Vet 3 Zis gun, and a tank trap playing combat engineer to get through. Oh, look at the lack of damage on the KV-1. This thing's a beast.
Protecting's opening up.
Oh no, we've got a strafe coming in from the
The
sky
graceful
above.
refrigerator feeling the heat, but still not giving up.
Oh, he dies as he
that is
kills
game.
there. And he's going to stay on the victory point. 2 victory points ticking down to 0. It's 2-1 for Orange Pest.
Both players geared up for late game, but it seems Orange Pest took it.
Did indeed.
I need my coffee now, too. Too bad I don't have any coffee.
No, I know. Yeah, it must be early in the morning. Do you want to proceed? No shame in not proceeding at this point. It's very late for you.
Listen, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's do it.
What a beast. There's no stopping Pax Ajax. He cannot be stopped. The unstoppable one. We are going to take a break, though, guys. We'll be back with Game 4 in around 5 minutes. Cheers.
Hola, 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 que pasa, amigos? It's time for the PAX cast. We're starting with our boy Angry Dutchman going in the south. Standard build from him going into Double Engineer Triple Con. Meanwhile, in the north, we got our boy Orange Pest, newly awakening to that fire, that aggressiveness that we all know and love. And now, let's see if he can take home the win versus Dutchman. Dutchman seems to be on the ropes a little bit with his micro, but we'll see. Going in, starting off with fairly standard builds, but we'll see what each player has in store. Seems neither player has yet to pick their doctrine immediately. Bit of a change, maybe thinking about what they're going to go for this time around. I think Dutchman actually might go for this game, possibly matching Orange Pest with another guard rifle combined arms tactics. I'm not guessing maybe advanced warfare. But maybe not that, because having that radio intercept early is actually pretty useful. Orange Pest, on the other hand, might go all in for that Festung. Might finally break that out. Actually, not quite happening yet. Both players just opening it up on their parts of the field. Seems that Dutchman's laying down some wire on his native green cover.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
Seems both are trying to just dance around the center VP. MG setting up, but combat engineers don't want any of that. Try to get in the house. Don't quite get in there in time, but they're safe.
They are indeed, and people are asking why it's best of 3. This is the first quarter final. Go check out the brackets if you're on Twitch watching live. Don't if you're on YouTube. That'd be a spoiler. You don't want that. Yeah, the scores are wrong. Just trying to confuse people, I think.
Also, AE, what are you doing here? This is the PAX cast now.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Get out of here.
I thought the PAX cast was over. I was severely...
No. It's never over.
Okay. You just tell me when it's over.
Okay, now it's over.
Perfect stuff. Dutchman, Orange Pest. What I want to know from you guys in chat, I don't want to vote. I want you to speak up and show your colours. I want to know who you want to win this series, who you want to progress to the live tournament in GCS2. Stake their claim in those semi-finals live in person in Denmark for $1,000, the biggest and best trophy we've ever had in the community. Who do you want to win? That's it, shout. Shout. Let it all out. Combat engineers doubling up on the Grens. They back away for Orange Pest in the north. MG is suppressing the conscripts. Not a bad little start for Orange Pest there. He's also got Grens flanking, getting the victory point there.
If you notice, though, Matt, it seems that Dutch has done quite a commanding thing, especially for the Mill Road. He wired off Orange Pest's native green cover there in the center VP. Now, that may seem like a small thing, but that can get real annoying when trying to hold that VP later on.
He's also getting the cut-off as well. Not a bad little action there. He didn't just wire off the green cover. He wired off the horse as well. That's everything, dude. That's everything. But look at this capping now from Dutchman. We'll go to TAC Mapsville, which takes a while to load on your first attempt in Company Heroes 2, as we all know. And just look at that. It's a patchwork quilt of changing territorial control.
Now, this is the right play for Dutchman, like cutting off Orange Pest fuel. However, though, he's still on the back foot at the moment. It seems that Orange Pest is really starting to find his rhythm, starting to really get into that groove of just that overly aggressive, oof, combat engineers go down.
Ouch.
Didn't quite see that on the attack map, but they seem to have eaten a rifle nade.
Oh dear. That's not a good start for Dutchman in that case. Combat engineer.
Orange Pest in top form.
Yeah, he's really woken up now. He's looking for a 3-1 in this best-of-5 series, it would seem. He is the number 2 seed in this tournament.
That is true. That is true. I have high hopes for my boy Orange Pest.
We are losing a sector.
And I think he's going to take it if he keeps this up. It seems that he's really getting into form. Starting to see the Orange Pest that I know. The true pedal to the metal Orange Pest. Not going to give Dutchman openings this game.
Yep, Dutchman's trying to fight out of it, though. He doesn't want to be out-muscled in this early game. He's looking to keep trying to take the fuel, take the cut-off, push around the outsides. But
Orange Pest doing some cheeky little nade squats there, trying to spook Dutchman. But Dutchman ain't buying it. Gets forced away anyways, but gets 2 Gren models for his troubles.
But notably, Orange Pest did keep the fuel.
He did do that, though.
Standoff in the north as Gren's push in from Orange Pest. It's a 3 Gren build. It feels like he's had 4 on the field. He's been that active.
The enemy is taking
This is exactly what I'm talking about, though. When Orange Pest really gets into his groove, though, he can really put on the pressure everywhere. It seems Dutchman did go for my suggestion. He went straight for a guard mortar, trying to return the favor. Not guard mortar, guard combined arms.
That 5 a.m. brain, dude. Yeah, don't worry. My excuse is I started casting at 11 a.m. and I feel just as fuzzy.
We have a new scout car.
But it's just one of those things. We've got the 222 coming out. We had a lot of floating, Bao Liang pointed out in chat for Dutchman. He hit 600 manpower at one point there. That's kind of unforgivable at top-level tournament play. You don't tend to see that very often.
Our soldiers are trained to advance.
I'm not necessarily sure, not at this point of the game. It's just that Dutchman
Enemy forces are securing
doesn't really have much to spend it on at this point.
Until
Perhaps
the
he's
guards.
open-
Yeah,
until
exactly.
The guards. Perhaps even a Maxim, but he's going to maybe need to resist at this position. Going for another tier 3 T70 push would be not the right play in this situation.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Fuel. Take
Look at that.
Orange Pest. What have you seen, dude?
Some S-mines going down. Hoping to set up that retreat.
Immediately.
Oh, Khan's going
destroyed
right for
there. Yeah, PTRS to the skull by the guard squad. One squad
That was a
wipe each,
really-
but I know which one I'd rather lose. Combat engineers cost far less.
Still a nice pickup, nonetheless, though, by those guards. Oof.
Stormtroopers called in to make up for losses. They go for the MP40 package. They're just going to chill in the center for now. On hold fire. Ready.
Oof.
222 hits the S-mines as well. Well, the guards detonate them, rather.
I'm actually not sure what quite detonated them there. But they
Kinda looked
definitely
like the
laid on the hurt
222.
there.
Yeah. Stormtroopers going for the flank, it would seem. Maybe the 222 will push away the guards. That's what he's hoping. But they do have the PTRS, which will give them reason to stay in action.
222, though, not going in, though. I'm not sure that's the right play. Oof,
There it
but
is.
here we go.
It's got him. Oh, and the 222's getting some damage in now as well, but he's pushing the Stormtroopers around.
Will he
Looks like
go
the
in
gu-
for it, though? He will not.
No, guards will survive to fight another day. Meanwhile, in the southeast, conscripts force away these grenadiers, but Orange Pest has had a hell of a lot of victory point control at this point, Pax. He's had a very strong start.
He is, but he seems to be slipping a little bit. That one play versus the guards could have been a little bit better. If he was just a little bit ballsier with his 222, that would have been a wipe. But instead, Dutchman seems to have kept his guards. It was a bit of a missed opportunity there.
Grenadier squad.
Yeah, but that reinforcement cost 27. So expensive compared to the, of course, 20 of the conscripts. It all adds up. Dutchman's got his T70 out, though, so his economic woes in the early game, you know, trying to wait for the guards.
Enemy is
And this is a
taking our
Dutchman classic
territory.
staple. Double speed building the mines, so you've got less chance of being spotted.
Khan's getting
Go on.
forced away.
Yeah, and 222 claims a tripwire flare kill as a kill. Classic Germans, just want that kill tally to be higher. T-70's found the storms. First shot was a good one. Can it keep on? The assault. Is there anything to stop them? Yes, there is. A sprinting grenadier threatening the Faust. I feel like I woke open up a bit now.
Enemy is
Attacks, there we
attempting
go.
to steal our sector.
Circle the Dodgeman, generally a very interesting pick for Orange Best. I know he played this a couple times in Auto Match, but I'm not really sure if this was the go-to pick in this situation.
They do have Commander Terminator engaged, so they can't play the same commander twice.
I see.
And they did have vetoes, and they each vetoed one commander away from allies and one commander away from Axis. So we have 4 commanders already out of play. Did detail to chat what they were a long time ago, but this series has been going on a while now, so it's kind of fuzzy. Let me go and find what they were. Hang on a second.
I still think Festoon Armor was definitely the way to go this game. But who knows, those Stormtroopers could actually bring some big payouts for Orange Best.
So other than the commanders you've already seen in the series, they can't be played anymore. You've got Special Operations, GMCT, Jaeger Infantry and Recon Support all taken out of the equation. That's right, Alpern, CT active in the best of 5s, but only the best of 5s. You get your commanders back after the series is finished.
222 being a nuisance to those cons forces them away.
T-70's actually not gotten a kill yet. Never actually killed that Stormtrooper. That was the conscripts doing the work. Orange Best must be thinking of Battle Phase 2. Yeah, there it is. Coming soon. TM.
Things slowing down a bit for mid-game. A bit of a repeat from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, the pacing seems to be frenetic entertainment in that first 10 minutes, or 9 minutes, and then it slows down a little bit as we await Panzer IV's arrival. Probably something to do with the AT guns being built. As soon as the AT guns on the field packs, the game just slows down.
That's just the unfortunate reality of AT gun play nowadays, but what can you do? It's an AT gun. You can't just simply ignore it.
No.
Everyone can't be me.
Okay, here we go. We've got Dutchman building the mortar early in the game. 82mm mortar is a good thing for Mill Road. Park it behind this hedgerow and just plug away.
Seems Dutchman's actually fallen through for advice a couple of games ago. Just getting that mortar, that indirect.
Sport armor core built now, and he's got 82 fuel of 100.
Increase your efforts.
Tier 3 come down.
Yeah.
Securing our territory.
P4 though, still a little bit away, but he will get it out unless Dutchman regains some serious fuel control very soon.
Ooh, Airfield says the Storms have been planting booby traps, apparently. Ah, there they are! Good shout by Airfield to pull that one up.
Kaboom. Seems both players are just determined to keep these games mainly centered around late game. Oof, that was a nasty nade there.
It was beautiful, wasn't it? Waiting for, well, watching him plant the barbed wire and getting a juicy grenade off.
Dutchman, though, still successful in putting down that wire. Pretty annoying for those Wrens.
Health of this sandbag's going to dissipate. There you go. And we are waiting for the Panzer IV to open this game back up. As Angry Dutchman just prepares his defensive line. He's 1 game down in this best of 5. Looks like he's heading to the quarterfinal losers bracket, which is just for a 5th place playoff live on the Sunday of GCS3. But the real tournament is in the semi-finals. And looks like Orange Pest has got 1 foot in the door at the moment.
Oof, gets a nice fast off on that T-70.
The Grants might go down here. Yep, Mosin against the 6 of them. They're not focusing, however. They were actually focusing the MG there for a moment. A little bit lax from Dutchman.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
You see that micro slow down just a little bit in a critical moment.
Tightrope, who's going to be travelling from New Zealand to Denmark. Do a bit of travelling around Europe as too, I believe. He is in chat, the one and only.
The enemy is is taking our territory.
Pioneers getting forced away. Sandbags going down. Starting to see Dutchman's attempt to dig in again. Get them sandbags down.
Oh, tightrope's already in Munich. I really recommend Hamburg tightrope. I went to Hamburg last week. It was lovely. Probably one of the best cities I've ever been to. Here comes the Panzer IV, coming down that southeastern side.
And it seems though that Tier 4 is still a ways away for Dutchman. This isn't looking
Stationary
good.
with the Panzer IV and misses somehow. Who's it not looking good for, Pax? Who aren't you liking the chances of here?
Dutchman isn't looking good. Tier 4 is still a ways away. P4 already out in the field, and it looks like the T-34 won't match it for quite some time.
Matt getting their own mortar as well. Dutchman going toe for toe with Dutchman. Sorry, Orange Pest going to toe with Dutchman's capabilities.
That's at 11 a.m. brain speaking.
I'm allowed to get one player wrong
Crew has arrived.
per game. It's my contract with Relic.
Ooh. Storm's in an awkward position, getting forced away.
Oh, they use smoke to escape though. Tasty. Mortar versus MG, we know who wins that one. And the paper, scissors, stones gameplay of Company Heroes 2 certainly feels like that at times.
Feels like it now, but it still seems that Orange Pest holds the advantage at this point.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way.
Oof!
Yeah, what a shot that was. A lot of health damage though. Meanwhile, in the centre, T-70's pushing in for an angle there. And it just went a little bit more... The time of day changed on Mill Road there. I felt the whole lighting shift.
Yeah. It has, hasn't it?
It certainly did. So
I didn't realize that could happen on this map. I didn't realize there was a day-night. No!
Yeah. Day-night cycle.
I didn't realize Code 2 had that.
Well, this is actually Code 3.
Woo!
Yeah, it just has day-night cycle on maps. That's all only changed.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Sturmovik cost 100 munitions. Could have been better used on mines by the looks of things. Stormtroopers capping under the cloak.
Orange Plus playing a little bit conservatively. I think he may be hoping to get out some more armor before really doing some big moves. Afraid of those double Zis guns. Oof.
Oh,
goes for the
yes.
attack round, which is a little bit shy.
This returns fire. Panzer 4 watches on, and I tell you what, the pressure Orange Pest is exerting this game is calm and methodical. And I really think it's been a coming-of-age battle for Dutchman. He's looked like he belongs in this top tier of play with Orange Pest. There's not been much daylight between them, has there?
Afraid not. No. It seems that while Dutchman has been going toe-to-toe, he is slipping a bit. Seems that Orange Pest still has the advantage at this point.
Yeah, you can just feel like he's a little bit off the pace at the moment. Second Panzer IV soon to come out for Orange Pest, 2-2 going north, keeping him off the victory point there. Can he keep him off the victory point in the centre? Or is he okay to just let him have it? No, he keeps him away.
We are losing a sector.
Dutchman once again forced him in an offensive position. Can't seem to quite find an opening though versus Orange Pest. Zis opens up the swing and a miss though.
T-70 pushes in, Dutchman's fighting back. Panzer IV under attack. Guards spot for everything. Get the kill on the mortar. Wipe the weapons. This finds the 222 in the north. Conscripts cap the victory point. Dutchman's having a nice little passage of play here.
Dutchman might be down, but he's certainly not out yet.
No, he's not dead until he's dead. We got the KV-1 building as well. That's the flavour of the day for Soviets, it would seem. A repeat of Game 3.
Little bit late, but better late than never. We're finally at that point. It seems, I'm not sure that Orange Pest's play for waiting for the second P4 might have been the correct one, but it seems the play that he chose now. We'll see if it works out, especially with KV now in the field.
Grand's dodge bullets of the Sturmovik there, which is easier said than done. And he's capping all the victory points yet again. Don't forget Dutchman's deficit on VPs is quite large at the moment, and Orange Pest is going to make it even bigger. Going to take the forceps of Grenadier capping.
I think Orange Pest might have learned from his mistakes. Is really putting on the pressure now that he knows Dutchman's particular weaknesses. Dutchman isn't particularly prone to situations like this. This isn't particularly the type of situation that Dutchman thrives in. We'll see, though, if the pressure will be enough to push just a little bit more they can give out of him, though.
Stormtrooper lying wait on the northern victory points. It's allowed the conscripts in, but the Panzer IV pushes them off, and he can't afford this to keep happening. 158 victory points, which will fall away very quickly now he's under a triple cap.
Our opponents are seizing the
Dutchman
sector.
looking south for that opening. Will he find it?
Grens have a nade in their pocket. The Grens suffer, and in fact, just about survive.
Just needed one more tap. Would have been a game-winning pickup, but would have been nice.
Right, Panzer IV roars into action, meets the KV-1 in combat.
Swing and a miss.
KV-1 goes for the crush on his own conscripts there, it seems. Mixture of
Oh,
smoke.
but there we go. Gets a nice pen on the side armor.
Which is confirmed for Co-3, which is very exciting. Actual Co-3.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing how that mechanical will work out, though. Seems pretty neat.
It'll help team games the most, I believe, with the big heavy tank destroyer play. You know, you'll actually be able to be a bit more tactical in team games and get an edge on people just by position, getting better positioning and stuff.
But that does require more micro, so we'll see how long that lasts.
So true. Oh, you ruined it. KV-1 in under a bit of pressure, and Stormtroopers were forced away by conscripts. Oh, Panzer IV gets hit in the flank by the Zis. Momentary judder there as Angry Dutchman's KV-1 gets hit by the pack.
P4 able to walk out of there, gets that one lucky bounce.
Okay, Dutchman stabilizes the situation for now. Orange Pest got a lot of unhealthy squads in base. He needs to ready for them to be replenished before he can recover his position.
Dutchman managed to buy himself a little bit of breathing room, or Lebensraum, or however you want to put it here. But for how long? That's a real question. Will he be able to maintain this stability?
Mortar tennis has been won by the Soviets here, and the Zis gun's helping out as well. It's a lot of
Unfortunately, not
manpower
able to get any
penalties.
good pickup there, though.
Yeah. And Dutchman had a good fuel count, and then he dipped because he built the Katusha, or started the building. Yeah, they've got loads of rules for how they choose their doctrines, Val Hero. Veto rules and all sorts, coin flips. And then they have to alternate. Allies axis, allies axis.
Dutchman going for the safe choice, being the Katusha here. But we'll see how this plays out. Orange Pest still has more infantry than has team weapons on the field.
Also interestingly, Val Hero, they can't play the same commander twice. So it's like use and burn. Panzer IV Maneuvering into the north versus the capping T-70 catching in with his pants down. Meanwhile, Dutchman's fighting into the centre. Stormtroopers. Oh, they're eating up the guards like a fat pinata.
Guards going down.
Yes, indeed they do. Storms get the kill.
And now they jog out of there. Doing a little bit of victory lap there.
Oh, Katusha firing back. What's the target of choice? Likely this mortar. KV-1 makes its fat behemoth presence felt in the north with the Katusha helping out, but the pack's equal to it. Here comes Strafe.
Oof. Orange Pest gets pretty lucky there with the spread out of that MG. Prevents it.
Oh,
from
the Katusha got taken out by the flanking Panzer IV round the side there. Well played by Orange Pest in the maelstrom of madness and mayhem. He was able to do the right thing and take out the Katusha.
And here we thought the Katusha was the safe option here.
And
Not
nothing
getting
safe.
any value out of that whatsoever. Oof. And that's more bleed. Although Orange Pest is in a position to take the bleed. But Dutchman, unfortunately, is not. He needs to make something happen soon. Or this will be a 3-1 series.
Yeah. Dutchman will be heading down south to the quarterfinal losers bracket at this rate. And Orange Pest will be going on to glory in GCS3 finals.
And AE and I will go on to take a nap.
And I've got 2 more series to cast today. You can have a nap, my friend.
Okay.
And then watch Tomikaze, your American fellow, versus Jibber in the next series. And then later today, Helping Hands versus Oziligath.
I'm actually familiar with Tomikaze, but best of luck to him, though.
You're not familiar with him? Why don't you come to GCS3, bro? You're invited. How about that? I'll even pay your deposit for you, so you can just come to the event. All you have to do is pay for the $1,000 plane ticket. It's easy.
Oh, wow. Maybe I'll be able to pay for it if I win.
No, you can't play, you silly sausage. You're gonna have to become a rent boy.
Oh.
Anyway. Right, Panzer IV looking in the north. Find an angle. But it's all
Ricky Rifle, there's only one king of NA, and that's me.
I think it might be a UK turbo. Basically called you a male prostitute there, sorry dude. Because we like live tournaments and we have a venue, and that venue was organised by somebody very keen, and AE will take any opportunity not to have to do all of the work which he usually has to do. So I'm very happy that Coolio's organising the live event side of things. All I have to do is make a big tournament. I'm good at that. That bit I can do easily. Ain't got no time for GCS2 madness, where basically it was treated like a business for half a year. It was pretty crazy.
You get a lot more value out of the Brumbar than you do the P-Werfer Strummingbird.
Oh yeah, it's a lot more consistent. That's for certain.
Brumbar is actually the correct choice here to press the advantage.
It's all about the bunker busting barrage mode of the Brumbear as well. It's one thing that people don't really realise about it. Yeah, it's got those hold fire attack ground shots, but the range isn't quite good enough. Get those triple Bs roaring. 30 munitions, just keep it pumping as Wehrmacht with the triple B Brumbear.
I think though with this Brumbar though, Orange Pest is gearing up for the final GG push though. Maybe hoping to take out those Zisguns and just ending the game. Zisgun moving a little bit too forward, but it's okay. Orange
He's just
Pest
going against the Zis, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. The Brumbear, the Sturmpanzer wants action and wants it now. Dutchman holding 2 victory points for his dear life, and Orange Pest forces are ready to snub that life out.
Zisgun quickly realizing a mistake, backing away immediately. Doesn't want anything to do with that Brumbar.
he doesn't. He backs up really far, though, in a good way. We've got another. I'll get that camera angle. Big props to Stormless for inventing this camera angle.
What a hit!
Oh, and what a calamity as the Sturmovik goes down. Not much damage done to the pack, though. It'll survive for now.
But the KV-1 did get a great hit on a Gren. Managed to get a nice wipe.
Awesome. That'll help. But for how long with 86 victory points remaining?
That is true, but it's refreshing to see Dutchman isn't quite out yet, showing some signs of life. Also, Orange Pet seems to be a little bit impatient, moving in with his tanks when he needs to prepare for that one final push that's forcing Dutchman completely out of the game.
Oh, the Sturmpanzer really doesn't like capping units. However, the conscripts evade it beautifully. Dutchman staying in this, goddammit. 78 remaining. Needs to keep his toe over the line, and Alpern can attest this. Capping circle actually goes to where my cursor ends there. That little nub does not count.
Down to 75 points.
That was actually a pretty nice sidestep by Dutchman.
It was really
Definitely
nice.
still showing signs of life in this game.
He is. He's getting another Katusha. Don't know how brave. That's very brave. Alpern in chat with the unsmiley face. He remembers well.
Dutchman on the ropes, but he's still bobbing and weaving, trying to get back in here.
He is. He's rolling his shoulder. He's trying to stay in. The referee's ready to wave it off. Oh, conscripts barely survived there. T-34 helping push into the center. Stormtroopers throw out a smoke grenade. Combat engineers go for the cap. These could be dead soon. They have to move. There they go. They move right now, keeping the cap alive. There's one victory point capped right now. It's for Orange Best. So Dutchman's meager gains are slowly falling away.
It seems that, though, Orange Pest is a little bit impatient, just wants to end the game right now rather than waiting a minute or two to repair all of his armor for that final push. Just wants to keep on fighting Dutchman at every turn.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. He used brake supply line. Katusha returns fire on the capping pack. This could be a decrew. He's going to have to get out of there.
Unfortunately, the first shotgun was not enough.
No, unfortunately not.
And Pack Gun just simply makes a U-turn and walks away.
The power of one victory point being capped. He's dropping so slowly. Roughly every 3 seconds a tick goes down. Every 3 seconds a German soldier dies in Stalingrad. Tick. Tick.
In the eyes of an angel.
That was a very strange combo there.
I can't do a German accent, man, okay? You're gonna forgive me, especially at 5 a.m.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I can't do what Love Nest does, okay?
He smokes the KV-1. There we go. He's at 2 victory points capped at the moment. He managed to cap the center, so he's going to keep the pressure on. Stormtroopers again just about surviving. They can't keep getting away with this. Grens are gunning the combat engineers down. They're under mortar fire, however, and T-34 fire, and Zis fire, but they push them away regardless. Katusha's got to be ready soon. It needs to be ready. You've got 25 seconds left. This is going to be all over if this victory point gets capped. Oh, what a shot by the Zis, taking a full Gren out.
That was a real nice pickup.
Now it's a 2-man Gren versus the
Dutchman just refuses to go down, still punching back at Orange Pest.
Yeah, and Orange Pest is kind of overextending a little bit now. If he takes out the KV-1, it'll be worth it, but will he do that? Katusha's now ready. Katusha might now get a Gren. This could be huge. Yes, it does. It annihilates yet another Gren squad. This could be a big combat victory. 2-2-2 down as well. Got a strafe on the center. A big strafe, a vital strafe. Takes out more, forces him off. Brumbear pushes in. Pack's trying to take out the KV-1. There it is. That goes down as well. The victory
at what
points.
cost, though?
At what cost, indeed. The Brumbear could die as well. We could be getting to a deciding ace game. Something has to cap the centre. He's capping the south with a pack right now. Brumbear down. T-34 just about surviving. Did I say just about? Oh, it's just about alive. Panzer IV might go in for it now. Orange Pest wants to finish it off. Pax, what's going on out there, my friend?
Pure unadulterated chaos, my friend. And Dutchman throws in the towel.
Oh, GG. That was insane. They just became like two homeless men fighting over half a fish down an alley. They were just clawing at each other. That wasn't dignified. That wasn't beautiful. That was brutality at its finest.
It was pure unadulterated pay-per-view bum fights.
Bum fight, bum fight, bum fight.
Dutchman just having enough, trying to get back in there, trying to go in, and he nearly had it there at the end, but just couldn't quite pick it up. Did have the micro to fully take advantage of that, and unfortunately, Orange Pest just had the numbers. It seems though that he just caught Orange Pest completely by surprise with that push, especially with that Katyusha, but it just wasn't quite enough.
GG, well played. And the jury's out if my analogy stands. I say it stands. That was messy. It was just like Orange Pest didn't care anymore. He was like, either I win right now or I don't care. We need more of that in Company Heroes. It's kind of fun. There he goes. Orange Pest got the spirit. He gets his meth now. GG, guys. Well played. And everybody give Pax Ajax, as he likes to be called, big thanks in chat for his awesome casting today. He jumped in at 4 a.m. in the morning, which takes a lot of courage and prowess. So thank you, sir.
You're welcome, amigo. You're welcome. Anytime, AE.
That
last game, though. Last game. Really, we saw Orange Pest in full swing at that point, though. Dutchman just getting rolled over early game, but still showing signs of life, even going down. It seems that even though Dutchman just always on the back foot that game, we saw that Von Ivan-esque spirit just keeping on swinging back at Orange Pest. Unfortunately, though, it just wasn't quite enough.
No, unfortunately not. And see that everything pretty much died in the end. And welcome people joining for the first time. Welcome to GCS3 with AE and Pax. And Pax will be leaving us now to go to bed. Any shout-outs, Pax? Any links? Anything we should be aware of that you are involved in or anything?
Yes, of course. Follow and subscribe to the Pax Squad, Pax Ajax at Cast. Like, hit me up anytime, King of NA. That's me, Pax Ajax. Big shout out to my boy Ace Hero for help on the channel and making emotes. Same with my boy Starko, still around, as well as AE, my boy, waking me up at 2 a.m. to cast with him. But you know what? We're going for it anyways. Also, my boy Jibber, and of course, the champ himself, Orange Pest. Well played, amigo.
Yeah, it was a damn good way to call it a night for you, Pax. Thank you very much, sir. We're going to be getting Ed 80 Hertz in the casting booth now. So cheers, mate. And hopefully everyone you want to win is going to win now. You've blessed them with your...
They will. They have the Pax spirit now. They're unbeatable now. Anyways, I'm going to go pass out. You guys have a good night now. Or day. Whatever time it is over there. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, dude. Bye-bye. Okay, so that was lovely Pax. We're going to go get Ed 80 Hertz on the count now. Just going to tell Aziligaff what the maps are. Just doing my organizational duties a sec. Hang on. Roads, mill, and Feynman, Nexus. There we go. I remembered. Let's get Ed 80 Hertz in the go. Oh, perfect. He's ready right now. Awesome. And who else we got? We got Jibber. They guys should be starting soon. It's Jibber Tom, isn't it? Hopefully they're ready. Yo, yo, Ed, I can hear you.
Yo. Fresh off the plate, dude. I need to,
Live mics, by the way, just an FYI.
Yeah, you love it, don't you? Matt, I am wearing something so atrocious that I think
Let's see. Show us. I want to see. The world wants to see. I'll
barely
bet it
fits, dude. It's deplorably bad. I don't know if you can show it, but
Is it
I
by-
spent a
by
lot of
Twitch?
money on it back in the day. Don't know why.
Okay. We got Twitch webcam.
Influenced
we
by
got...
G daughters.
Oh no.
Okay, let me go put my plate of food back. I'll save it for later, I guess. You slave driving.
No, it's okay, mate. It's okay. We can
I'll
have.
be right back.
You've got a few minutes. Guys, we'll be live in a few minutes. Cheers.
Okay.